one right across from us first, you think?
Yes.
So that way we're not going down any more than... Oh, Lord! The heck? Whew. All right, I mean, that was pretty cool, though.
Okay. So, Waffles, I already know you know that. Like I said, childhood friends.
Yeah.
Banon,
we go way back.
Dude, we go way back. Oh my god, we go way back. Non, don't even get me started.
Waffles in here has like... What? Waffles here has like 3 different usernames going on, so...
Oh yeah, Waffles. The other one is your alt account is Rob Bob the Corn Cob, and then I
guess I'm gonna need to drink something to get through this. And what the differences between those might be, but then also I'm gonna talk to him about our past, and I'm pretty sure he knows. Obviously, he knows how my wife and I met. He knew Ashley, Mrs. Nonder. Sorry, he knew Mrs. Nonder before I did, and invited her to our community where we met. So I don't know if he knows, but like I owe a lot to this guy. So we're gonna get a little deep. Not recommended. What? Can you elaborate on that, Stephanie? I don't want either of these. X, just here. We'll just put this aside. This isn't something I have to deal with, right? Because Stephanie, a person on YouTube with 3,354 subscribers. This is cancel culture right here. Cancel culture has come to my zoo, and I will not stand for it. I'm being attacked, and I hate it. I've been lurking, but also there's a new rubbery poles are revolutionary, right? They're a little bit bouncy. Boing, boing. I like it. What is so healthy? I'm just riding the roller coaster right now. I'm in no rush. I've still got stuff I need to work on first. That is healthy. I like that. Careful, guys. Don't kill Jar Jar. That would be wrong and bad, and we shouldn't do that. Oh, he's back. How? Finding the right balance between this is going to be fun and, oh, somebody's going to abuse this, you know? Actually, I think we're good. Look at that little bunny. Hey, buddy. Hey. Cutie. Oh. I didn't do it. I didn't do it. It wasn't me. I didn't do it. Are you dead? You are. Well, I'm gonna take the toxin. Something killed you. Oh, it was probably that thing. The apex parrot hawk. You know how apex parrot hawks be. Crikey, out here in the wild with an apex parrot hawk. These things are vicious. Gotta be real careful.
At last we will reveal ourselves to the Jedi. At last we will have revenge.
Alright. Peace. Oh, it hit me. You gotta be kidding me. Okay. So I've taken a little bit of time to get here, okay? I apologize. Oh man, it goes to sleep. Why does it go to sleep? All right, I know you can't see anything just yet, but I'm getting myself situated here, okay? Good morning, Big Bogan. How are you? All right, here we go. Bringing it in. Hello. So I'm working on a little bit of a delay here. There I am. Hi. Look at that. It works. Okay. Cool. All right, so this is the stream setup here, at least for right now. I gotta tell you, I'm still not 100% satisfied with it. It's fine. It's just a little bit of work to get everything set up. I was telling Mrs. Nonder last night that, like, you know, it'd be really nice to have like a completely separate space for this, including computer and cameras. But that's a little expensive. So yeah, but anyway, here's what we're working with right now. Here's the Lego scene. And so my computer's over here, right? And I'm monitoring the stream on the iPad over here to do things like moderating and whatnot. So yeah, I mean, it'll be fine. It'll work for what we need right now. It just isn't quite as effortless as I want it to be. It takes a lot to get everything shifted over from there to here. It's a lot, but it'll do for now. I have a backlog of all these sets that I need to get through. So that's what I'm going to do. The other thing I'm not as satisfied with is, sorry about the mic there. Oh, let me bring that music down. The light. I don't know how to not get this glare. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how to not get that. But I guess I'll do it at kind of an angle here. You know? Thank you, Big Bogan. I appreciate that. It's getting there. I know that I'm being kind of nitpicky. See, does that work? There we go. That works. I know I'm getting just a little bit nitpicky about it. And it's good enough to continue doing these streams. Fro. What the heck? Fro, thank you for the raid. I appreciate you. Let me go back to the big screen here. Oh, and Glitch is here. Hey, Glitch. How you doing? Thank you so much for the raid. Let me get you a... There we go. I'm working on a new setup here, so things are a little bit, you know. Did that work? Did it work? It worked. Playing Jackbox. Jackbox is so much fun, especially with really fun people. But hi, everybody. Let's see who's here. Glitch is here. Denimation. Hi, Denimation. How are you? All the people. Hello, I'm Nonder, for those of you who don't know. And it might have been a while since, for those of you who... Uh-oh, did I just lose stream?
Hello there.
Hold on. Sorry. Hello there. No, there we go. Okay, sorry. Might be a while, but I used to do a lot of Lego streams, and I'm trying to bring them back as best as I can. Hello there. Look at all these follows. What is going on? Let me bring the activity feed back in. Glitch, thank you so much for the follow. Lord Freezus, thank you for that follow. That's also a really cool username. Playing community games for a 4-year anniversary. That's right. So cool. Very cool. Let me get back to this screen here. So yeah, I'm kind of monitoring everything a little bit differently. My computer actually is over here, and I'm monitoring everything on a tablet, and that's proving to be interesting and fun. 4 years. So is that 4 years from... Is that 4 years from affiliate or 4 years from like the first day you hit go live? By the way, this is the set we're doing today. It got shipped to me in this box, so it had all the shipping labels on it. I'm glad I'm not a box collector because it also messed up the box like really bad. I would be very upset. With Amazon if I was a box collector. But luckily I'm not, so it's fine. 4 years total streaming. Man, that's wild. I have a harder time finding that time for me because I streamed like years ago. It would have been like 20. I don't even know if I want to date myself like that. 2013. There's still some clips on this channel from that far back. 4 years from birth. He's just a little baby. I have a 4-year-old. 4-year-olds are something. I gotta say, 3 was an age I wasn't expecting. 2, you kind of hear the terrible 2s, right? But 3 was something else. And so far, 4 has been much better. Much better. So, not so bad. 10-year stream anniversary. I didn't take it too seriously back then. And I didn't do it very long. Because obviously, like, technology at the time was very limiting. Yeah. Ooh, a little box. This little box that came in. The instructions. Yeah, this glare is pretty bad. Which one should we do first? Should we do the E-Wing or Shin Hati's Starfighter? I'm kind of thinking E-Wing. What do y'all think? This is a 2-for set, a 2-for-1. Try to be a mom of a teenager. I can't even imagine. I'm not looking forward to that. With all the dial-ups, yeah, tech was bad in 2013. Don't make me feel any more older than I already am. Come on. But yeah, it was, you know, it worked, but yeah, there are some clips. I don't think there's any VODs. Yeah, I don't think there's any VODs from that far back. But I really kind of started taking streaming more seriously in and around 2020, like a lot of people. 2021, really. Maybe not quite 2020. Because in the beginning of 2020, I didn't have access to my office for a while. But then shortly in the beginning of 2021, I got it back. We're helping out a family member. So I didn't have access to it at the time. But yeah. Wait, which bags are... Okay, hang on. Okay. 1 to 6 is the E-Wing. So we're going to start with E-Wing anyway. I remember dial-up. I remember those days too. We had dial-up and I didn't take the internet that seriously until we got the DSL. You remember DSL? DSL was life-changing because it was the first time that it was like, wow, you could like stay connected to the internet. Pretty wild. Like, honestly, props to my dad for like taking the internet that seriously and realizing the benefits of it. Yeah, a lot of parents my parents' age would might have taken them longer to get DSL than my parents did, you know. You didn't get a PC until 2003? Yeah, I mean, I didn't have my own laptop until 2006. Yeah. One that could, like, you know, actually do things on the internet. I had, like, really old... There's this laptop called an NEC Versa. If anybody wants to look it up. An NEC Versa. I don't remember the model number. But it ran Windows 3.1, I think. I think it ran Windows 3.1. I think. Yeah, those were the days, though, man. That couldn't do anything. You couldn't even get that online. It sounded like a jet engine. It was like that thick. No lie. And that's fine, right? For the time, it was really quite something. But when I had it, it was even old, so already outdated. Then I had an IBM ThinkPad for a little while. I think I bought it from my brother because he got like an updated laptop. That thing, in comparison, was super thin. But now I think nowadays it would be considered super, like, really thick. Your older kid is 22. He was easy compared to the girl. I have a boy, so that's good to know. All right, what am I trying to find here? I'm trying to find these ones. At this rate, I'm not going to finish this today. And am I losing my mind? I sure don't. Oh, this is what I was looking for. It's right in front of me the whole time. This here, a while back, I don't know if you can tell, but a while back, I was playing Lego with the kid, and I pinched my skin, and it has just been this dark spot ever since, and it hasn't healed up. It's really weird. Just like a little scab. Let's see. In 2019, I was so emotionally done with my job, I quit and had enough saved to coast for a few months. So I started then. Wow. Okay. What was your job before? If that brings up too many bad memories, you don't have to say, but I've been there. I've been there quite recently, honestly, where I wanted to just, if I could have, I would have quit, you know? But yeah, I it's hard. I'm so glad that you had the ability and the runway to just to be able to do that. Like, I'm so happy about that. You never had to deal with Glitch. You never had to deal with like dial-up stuff or old computers. I think there was a benefit to me to having started with the internet being so young, and remembering when there wasn't an internet. It's pretty wild to me that there's going to be so many people who just don't remember that there was a time before the internet. My kid included, you know. He doesn't even think about it. He's just like, hey, Dad, load up that thing that I like, and if we're not at the house, it's like, dude, we don't have internet here. He's like, what? Why? It's a great question. But he just takes it for granted for sure. My first laptop was a super chunky HP laptop that I got after my dad was done with it. Installed Dawn of War on it and ran it into the ground. That's awesome. Oh yeah. My game like that was Jedi Knight. I ran my parents' computer into the ground playing Jedi Knight. Internet in 2001 with my ex. When I lived at home, I didn't have internet in an old computer with a black and white screen and Windows 3.1. Yeah. I even had we had a family computer. It was an IBM, who knows, IBM followed by a bunch of numbers, but it was a black screen with green text. And about the only cool thing you could do on it was play those text adventures, you know, which were pretty fun, you know. Felt like a hacker. I actually ended up playing with that computer a lot. They let me move it into my room because I knew, like, this computer can't really do anything. So yeah, let them have it, you know. Let's see. That's a blood blister. A blister with blood in it. That's what it, yeah, it's under the skin. I can't like pick it off or anything. So I think you're right. But it's just been there a while. I don't know if I should be concerned. I don't exactly remember how long it's been, but I noticed it again yesterday and I was like, that's been there a while. They're interesting. 2003, we didn't have dial-up stuff anymore, right? Some people did. It kind of depends. But yeah, like, it depends on how quickly you would have adopted like a DSL line, right? Because they weren't cheap, but they were life-changing for sure. And to think of how much I, as a little introverted kid who didn't, I'm gonna sound really sad, guys, who didn't have, a little introverted kid who really didn't have any friends. The internet changed my life. The internet is arguably, the internet's how I met my wife. The internet is what really connected me to this hobby, and connected me with people who were also interested in this hobby, who became friends. And through that, my wife. So pretty life-changing, you know? Pretty life-changing. Jedi Knight 2 Dark Forces was my first-person shooter. That's amazing. I love that. It was probably mine, too. Although, my older brother was into, like... I think he was into, like, Doom and whatnot. So I might have played some of that before. It was the first one I really sunk my teeth into. And then Jedi Knight 2 Jedi Outcast was my first online game where I joined a gaming clan, you know? I still think about those guys sometimes. I only know their screen names. But it was good. It was good fun. Without Ozzy, my life would have been boring. Aw. I had a green text computer too. Started with a floppy disk. A floppy disk. Yeah, I like sloppy disk better though. Got to really enunciate that one. Sloppy disk. Sloppy disk. Sloppy disk. You met your ex via the internets in 2000. Wow. Would you recommend? See, a lot of us nowadays, when I say I met my wife on the internet, so many people assume that what I mean is like a dating site or app, and that's not the case. It was organic, you know? There we go. It's so weird to talk about. One of these days, I'd love to do a full-on, like, review of how... Or not review, full-on review. A full-on reaction stream to how I met my wife. But something like that. You get it. These are really interesting pieces. I haven't seen these before. I don't know how easy it is to see. They're rounded. They're rounded 1-bys that have a stud on the side. But I've never seen them rounded like that before. Pretty interesting. They are all facing out. Okay. My wife's first-person shooter was a Sailor Moon mod for the original Doom. Whoa. What? That's a deep cut. A Sailor Moon mod. The modding community for that Doom game was wild, huh? Not a bad way to meet. Yeah. I mean, and don't get me wrong, I'm not anybody who's met somebody on the internet on a dating site or an app. No shade to that at all. It's just that is what people start to assume nowadays whenever I say I met her online, and then I tell them how old I am, and they're like, "Oh, like you like met her online." Like online, not on a dating app or anything. Like you guys met online. Yeah, like literally we were living our lives online at the time. Pretty crazy. My first internet game was America's Army 2. I remember that one. I don't think I played it, but I remember it. Where does this go? Oh, this goes right in the middle. Right there, and then those go boop. Boop. Pretty cool. I'm going to keep saying that today. It's been a while since I've been building, especially with you all. Very glad to be back into it. And America's Army. I've always dated via the internet, but my current partner actually met IRL, so that's weird for me. It's like the opposite of what you thought would happen, right? That's cool, though. Popping that on the bottom? Yeah. And then 2 more of these hinges, wherever they may be. There's one. There's one. Okay. So this is telling me that these are supposed to meet. Oh no. I'm gonna try to do the zoom here for a second. This camera, I gotta say, I'm not super pleased with this camera. It's really hard buying a camera nowadays. Ugh. Yeah, I don't really like the way that looks. I gotta say my phone ended up looking better, but I was really getting tired of using my phone for the Lego streams, but honestly, they kind of look better. You know, I could still use the phone for this top down, and then I could leave whatever camera I decide, I could leave it over there. There'd be less setup in the mornings. Maybe. I could never date through an app. I met my wife at uni. I was the only guy who could talk to women in my game dev degree. That's how you do it right there. I gotta say, I think had I not met my wife, there was probably a time in my life where I would have probably at least tried a dating app. I could see myself being the type that could benefit from that, you know, for whatever that's worth. But I'm very glad I don't, especially like nowadays, I couldn't imagine how hard it is to date. Like, I am so happy. I don't even have to think about it anymore. It's amazing. It's the best. Because I can only imagine how hard it is to be dating right about now. I'm trying to straighten these pieces out with the brick separator, in case you're wondering what I'm doing. Because they're a little bit ajar. And it probably won't matter because they'll be hidden, but I don't like it. You still have friends from America's Army too that has started in 2006. That's wonderful. Had there been a way for me to keep in touch with some of the clan members from Jedi Knight, I probably would have, because some of them were pretty cool. There was one guy, he went by the screen name of Legolas. And he and I actually got, I think we got pretty close. And for some reason, when I stopped playing, I didn't bother to like ask for any kind of contact info for anybody. So just kind of melted away. I tried to find the website years ago. What am I doing? Why did I put those on yet? I'm not supposed to put these on yet. Sorry. I just skipped like 4 steps. I tried to find them recently. The clan was called Fellowship of the Force, FOTF, and there's very little online record of it ever existing, to my knowledge. If anybody finds anything, let me know. But yeah, it'd be really cool. It'd be really cool to connect with some of them again. It wasn't a long point in my life. It was probably over the course of a summer, right? But when you're that young, things feel much longer, much more intense than they do nowadays. She made it easy, though. We were presenting design ideas to the class, and hers was hilarious, so we worked together to make it for the assignment. That's awesome. You're like, you're funny. You're funny.
Hello there.
I'm gonna get to know you. You're funny. Hello there. Omen. How do you say your full name? Okay, Omen Puro? Is that how you do it? I will just call you Omen for right now. Thank you for the follow. My ex wanted a divorce, which happened in late 2017, which in the end was a really good thing. I'm glad to hear that it turned out positive for you. You know? It seems to me that those can be hurtful. and I wouldn't wish that on anybody. But like, I don't want anybody to be stuck in a relationship that they're not interested in. Or heaven forbid, cheating. That's one thing we talk about, or we have talked. We don't talk about it a lot, but it's just like, hey, listen, okay? Instead of cheating, can you just like tell me if you're not happy? And we'll just call it off. You know what I mean? Like, that seems so much more healthy than just lying to people, you know? Seems like it. Hasn't happened yet. Neither of us. After 10 years? Are we at 11 years now? We're almost at we hit 11 years this year. Holy cow. Our 11 year was this year. After a few months of being separated, I sent a message to my high school sweetheart, and he replied, "That's adorable." 4 days later, he drove half the country to meet me after 21 years of being apart without any... That's adorable. Just like he was like waiting for your call and just dropped everything. It was like, let's go. That's adorable. That's amazing. We just had our 5-year wedding anniversary. Oh, it's gonna make me cry. That's so cute. Me and my now wife, we met. We were interested in each other. I went off to college. She says I ghosted her. She has a point. I dated somebody else during that time, which was a horrible idea. Wouldn't recommend. And it was after that I just kind of like, I don't know. Her and I kind of picked up talking again. And through the course of that, I was literally thought to myself, like, she's so cool. Like, I really wish I could find somebody like her. And it's as if I got slapped up the back of my head. Like, what do you mean? She's there. I mean, she was in Texas. I was not at the time. But I was kind of finally coming into my own in my life, kind of taking control of my own life and realizing that, like, if I wanted to move to Texas, I could just do that, you know? I'd have to find a way to make the money, but I could just do that, you know? We needed that 21 years to grow. That's so wholesome. Yeah. That's so wholesome. But yeah, it's been a wild, wild ride. I don't have any regrets there either, which is nice. And you know, if I hadn't made some choices that I made, like, you know, going to college and kind of breaking things off with her at the time, or ghosting her, as she says, then arguably I don't think we'd be together, because I wouldn't have had the courage at the time to step out and try to be my own person, you know. Yeah, that would have been, we might not have ended up together, honestly. All right. We're moving right along. This is typically how these streams go. I don't talk so much about what I'm doing, but if you're interested in any particular part of the build, feel free to let me know. Otherwise, I'll just kind of continue talking and building at the same time. That's what I like to do. I have kind of missed this. I forgot how much I missed this. There's just something about the meditative act of building and then interacting with you all that I've been missing for sure. I'd also love to talk a little bit about the future here, if you all would like. Move this mat a little bit. You know, I've been doing the pre-work coffee hours for a while now, and they've been great. I really enjoyed the time that we've had there, so I'm trying to figure out where these pieces go. Okay. I've enjoyed that greatly. Can I stand you back up? Nice. I would probably be doing virtual instructions here had I not been using this to monitor chat. But yeah, it's been really great. I've had a good time. We finished Starfield, at least for the time being. That'll probably be a game that I continue to play. There's a bunch of side stuff to do. There's DLC to do once that comes out. Things like that. Maybe it'll make a return one day to stream. But for now, I'm kind of done with it on the stream, so I'm stuck in... I don't know what to do next. You know? So I'm trying to figure that out. Yeah. I would like to sort of evolve those morning streams a little bit. But I'm a little worried, I gotta say. I would like to evolve it into more of a just chatting stream, or essentially a podcast. But doing that every day and coming up with something interesting to talk about every day is kind of daunting to me a little bit. Look at those curves right there. Look at that. It's a little daunting, I gotta say. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to do about that yet. So for example, like, where are these stickers? Do we really have stickers? Oh no. Ugh, why am I surprised? I should never be surprised at stickers. Hang on. There they are. Crap. Especially these small ones. These small ones suck. Okay, we'll be fine. It'll be fine. Yeah, so I want to kind of reinvent that, but like, if I start a just chatting stream, there are some mornings where like it's not super active in chat, you know? I think if there's people in chat, I'm fine, right? We can find some things to talk about. But like, what do I have to fall back on if I'm, 20 minutes into an hour-long show and it's like it peters out a little bit, what happens? What do I do? So I'm trying to figure that part out. Watching Lego building is so chill. I love it too. Oh shoot, that's actually supposed to be on the other side. Sorry. This just takes like a lot to set up, right? And obviously to do that every morning would be quite a bit of an ask too, So I thought about if I could come up with like some like segments that I could do every day. The everyday part is really kind of getting to me. I'm not sure what I could talk about. I could talk about Lego news, but sometimes there's not that much news going on, Sometimes there's a ton, sometimes there's not that much. And so I don't want to just kind of like sit there, I don't know if I'm at the state yet or the current viewership yet that I could do a just chatting stream completely. At least with this stream, I have the Lego to fall back on, right? I'm doing something, so I can kind of make it happen, But if I don't have that to fall back on, it's like, well, what do I do? So maybe I'm thinking about, maybe I always have a fallback game that I play. That when I feel like the cadence is falling, and the chatting isn't really working out, I can fall back to a game, right? But then I feel like if I have the safety net of just playing a game, that's all I'm going to end up doing, I'm trying to figure that out. I would really like to reinvent it. I like doing it every day, but I'd like to reinvent it. What if you did reviews and news? That way you could alternate. But yeah, a healthy viewer count can help with discussion for sure. Yeah. And there's just some mornings which is completely fine. I'm an early bird and a lot of people aren't. So in my time zone anyway, there can be some downtime, and always having a game to fall back on is great, because then I can just I do this thing where I pretend that there's a bunch of people in chat, and I still talk about the game as if people are like, really interested in hearing about the game. And that really helps. I actually usually turn off my viewer count. I don't usually look at it. And I just assume that there's like, 100 people in there. Something doesn't feel right to me. These are a lot of extra pieces. Oh, yep, there it is. Missed a step. I knew it. This one here goes right there. There we go. But yeah, I like the idea of the pre-work coffee hour actually being like just like a chat session. I really like that idea. Whoops. No, you're gonna flip the other way. It's 2:41 p.m. here in Southeast Europe. Yeah, there's a lot of you who come into these early morning streams in different time zones, and I love that. And I appreciate that greatly. Oh, we didn't put together a little minifig guy. Let's put him together. We get a new pilot. Got a little visor on, too. The visor is now printed on the face, but also it's got the reversible face, which is without the visor. So if he's not wearing his helmet, he can wear this hair. There's his hair. Very neat. I love the blue helmet, though. Blue is kind of my color. I like that. I do think I was getting much better quality with my phone. There you go. That's a skill that a lot of streamers have a hard time figuring out. But yeah, play and chat like you have a captive audience at all times. Exactly. Yeah, I learned a while back to just turn off my view counter. Not think about it. One, it helps if you do get raided. It helps with that because you'll see the initial like raid notification of how many people came in, but you can just assume then that like, okay, if I get a massive raid, which I really haven't, but if I did, I'm not saying in comparison to mine, these raids are great and massive and I love them. Thank you. But I mean like 300, 400 people at a time. I'd have that initial panic, but then I could kind of like assume, okay, well, not a lot of them probably stuck around. So it's fine. It's fine. It's probably less than that now. And that helps me really get out of my head and stop thinking about the view count when I can't see it. If I'm always looking at it, I'm always obsessing about it. Used to do morning coffee streams. What would you talk about, Ozzy? Because, yeah, I could sit and talk to chat forever about any number of things going on, especially if there's something going on in their lives they want to talk about. I could sit and chat with people like that for hours. It's just that worry, that concern that I have right now is that, and maybe this is like a confidence issue, but is that like nobody would show up. And then it's like, what do? I'm here, I'm online, I'm live in front of a camera. What do I do? But also, like, maybe I need to do that. Just pull the trigger on it and let the dice fall where they may. Other analogies? I don't know. Maybe that would be good for me too. Bebo. Do or do not. There is no try. It's like I'm getting a message from the universe here. I encountered the same issue you did. The issue was that my audience was very stuck in my regular time slots and heaps were sleeping or going to work, right? I'm very happy with the people who do show up to the morning streams because there's usually quite a few. And I'm very happy with that. There's either people who are early birds like me or people in different time zones like you all. I'm very happy about that. Just that nagging thing in the back of your mind that like, what I do need to have a backup plan in case in case I just end up sitting there talking to myself all the time, you know. You now start work at 7 a.m. Yeah. Building from scratch is pretty hard. Pretty hard. Yeah, and you know, sometimes you just this might be all that it ever is, right? And you got to find the joy in, if this is it, is this something I still want to keep doing? And I think to me, so far anyway, it is. So even if this is all it ever turns out to be, is just a couple of people that I get to know really well who watch me build a Lego set here and there, that's fine. I gotta say what I'd really love to be able to do like mainly Lego content. Get review sets, get early sets sent to me, make videos about them, go to events, like things like that. Would love to do that. But excuse me. But am I content if it just stays like this forever? You know, I don't know. That's why I'm looking for ways to make the streams easier. Like less, I'm really struggling over here, sorry. Less effort to set up. Because then less of a chance that I would quit it, you know? All right, so this goes in here. This is kind of an interesting little setup here. This pin goes here. Maybe this camera needs to be a little closer. I'll work on that for next one. Yeah, how early do you wake up? I wake up at like 5 to 5:30 every day, just in general, even if I'm not streaming. So, get up at 5:30. I'm home by 4 p.m. these days. That is what's nice about an earlier shift. Typically you're done earlier. Okay, hang on. I got to take this. Add there's a little rubber piece. Probably so the wings fold, I guess. Or at least go at an angle. The E-Wing has some angles to it. I raised my non-existent hat for you. Hey, it's a non-joke. I know you didn't mean it that way, but every time somebody says non-something, I have to. It's the law. I don't make the laws, but I do follow them. Where's the other rubber piece? There it is. I'm thrilled to have what I have. Would love to drop to part-time and work half and half. That way I could have security and fun. Yeah. I can understand that. I'm pretty happy with my job right now. I feel like I have found a team that is kind of like my speed. Trying to make this, there we go. A team that's my speed, that isn't it isn't super fast paced. They're giving me a lot of time to kind of dive in and learn stuff. I'm getting a little excited to like contribute a little bit more. But coming from a team where everything was so rapid fast for the last like almost 3 years, my work has taken a toll on my mental health quite a bit, and physical health too. So getting out of that team was really important for me. And I'm kind of just now getting myself restabilized a little bit. Because it was just rough. It was rough. It was not what it was advertised to be to me. And while I learned a lot, man, I was looking back at some of the stream stuff I had from 2020 and 2021. And I was in much better physical and mental health, I think, than I was. Winter of 2020, was it 2022? That was the peak. That was the height where I was kind of breaking down a little bit. Almost quit streaming entirely. Almost. I guess I do the same thing here again, huh? Okay. Yeah, I almost quit streaming entirely, not because streaming was the problem. Work was the problem, but work was paying the bills, so somebody had to win in that equation. And unfortunately, work would win because they have a stranglehold on my ability to live, pay my bills, So where's that piece go now? Oh, it's a different one. Okay. Whoops, I just dropped a piece. Uh-oh. Hold please. Okay. I'm back. Hi. Yeah, so work had kind of a stranglehold on my mental health for a while there. Yeah, around about that Christmas time of last year, things were really peaking. And then after that, I found kind of more healthy ways I started working out a lot, and that really did help. Help me manage through that, right? But it wasn't a long-term solution to the stress, which was to get out of it, You got to do that eventually. Can't live in that state forever, so it helped me get through the day, but it was a little rough. Wait. Like this, and then is it facing down, I guess? Oh, it's facing an angle like that. That's interesting. I was working at the OR as a nurse. I woke up at 6:10 a.m. I love the 6:10. Work started at 7:30, ended 3:30. It was home around 4:30. I love the 6:10 because that screams of somebody who has this down to a science, that I can get just 10 more minutes of sleep and still get ready to go. Yeah. I was doing the 10s for a while too, because I knew that if I hit the snooze button too much and got too used to that, it really wouldn't be great, Push that down that way. All right. Coming together. I supervise retail warehouse work. It's physical as heck, and in holiday periods, the stress is real. Oh, yeah, I can imagine. Ooh, warehouses. I do operations, and I'm in a distribution role, but I'm an analytics guy. So I do the analytics for the guys in the warehouse, as far as like what can be picked, what can be shipped, pallets, what is a pallet, coding that in the system, figuring out if we changed something, what that would entail to the workforce and also to, the company's bottom line. But that's kind of what my current role is, even though I'm still in a learning process. So I'm probably one of the office guys that you hate, that gives you more work, You quit your job because you're back, but not going back because of other people. Other people there did bad for my mental health. Yeah, I can understand it. For me in that other role, it wasn't even so much the people. I had a good, honestly, for the role, I had a really good boss. She was very smart. It was just the role itself was just unsustainable. And, we were honest about that. She knows it, you know. But it's a necessary role. Like, somebody's got to do it. It just can't be me at the expense of my mental health, you know. It was 6:10. That was my plus 10 minutes. I put everything ready in the evening for kiddo, who woke up at 6:30. Poor thing. Oh, man. 6:10. All right, we're doing this longer piece. It's like, if I get up at 6:10, I have just enough time to get this ready, do this, do that. I love getting up early, though. I really do. I mean, I don't even really think about it much anymore. I used to obsess over it. I used to be one of those guys who would read books. How to wake up earlier. There's this book called Early to Rise. How to wake up early. And then it just turns out that, like, what it really comes down to is, like, do you want to wake up early? Okay, then go to bed. Go to bed. Go to bed early. Like, you have to get your sleep. You can't not get sleep. That won't be good for you. So then once that secret was unlocked, I go to bed at like 10 p.m., 11 max. 11 is only like a couple of times a week. Most of the time it's like 10. Sometimes by 9:30, I'm like, maybe I should go to bed. So I'm old and boring in that regard, but I also get to be up at 5 a.m. playing Lego. So joke's on you. It's the going to bed part I have an issue with. I deal with this with the missus as well. However, recently we've come across something that really works. So she has the hardest time in the morning. She's not a morning person, right? And it used to be that I would be like, oh, you just, you need to go to bed earlier. You need to work on your sleep. And those things all may be true. How does this work? Oh, I see. Those things may be true, right? But you know what I've learned, and it's a superpower. Let her live her life. Because she explained to me that, like, her getting up or her staying up late is kind of like her time, right? That's her time to, like, have a quiet house, have time to do the things she wants to do, even if it's just play a game or play on her phone or watch something on TV. And I realized that's why I wake up early too. How does this work? Wait. Oh, on the back. Okay. That's why I wake up early too, because I have a quiet house. I know nobody's going to be up for hours. And I can just do what I want to do in quiet. And so when I realized that, I was like, you know what? Hey, look, if you're happy, you just do you. Go to bed when you want to go to bed. Do what you need to do, it's your time. I hope that everybody's taking care of themselves and they're being healthy. Sleep is very important, but she also sleeps later than I do, and she's able to do that. There's no issue with that, She sometimes says she ends up feeling better on like 6 hours of sleep than if she got 8. So, who am I to judge, right? If I go to bed too early, I'll not have any me time. Exactly. So I've shifted that mentality, and I've been this way a long time, is that I like having that time in the morning because there's just something nice about it. I'm so much sharper in the mornings than I am at like 2:00 in the afternoon. Like I feel awesome until about noon each day. And then if I hit about 2:00, do I get useless. I get useless. Not really tired, just like exhausted and done with the day, But that makes sense because I'm starting my day so early, It all makes sense. Happy wife, happy life. Exactly. Everybody's got their own thing. Humans are nothing if not diverse, Nothing if not diverse. Is that really how those go? That is. Okay. Oh, man. Okay, those go there. And then these orange pins, which I haven't seen these orange pins in quite a while. They go right there. These wings are a little more complicated than I thought they'd be, huh? One on each side here. Speaking of sleep, it is 11 p.m. I was about to say, wait a minute, how late is it there? But you're a night owl, so 11 isn't bad. I should at least pretend like I'm going to bed. Do what you gotta do, man. Hey, tomorrow's Sunday, right? Do you work Sundays? Or wait, okay, no, hang on. It's 11 p.m. What night is it for you? Is it Friday night for you still? I can't remember if you're behind or ahead of me. Sweet me time. That sounded a bit ooh-woo. Sure did. It sure did. Gotta have that sweet, sweet me time. Ahead. Okay, wait. So it's 11 p.m. on Saturday night? Okay. So it will be Sunday. It will be Sunday for you. Okay. Wow, it's so weird to me to think that you've lived your entire Saturday and I'm just starting it. That's so bizarre. I have friends who live in Australia. You'd think I'd be used to it, but like it's still bizarre to me, you know? Like I understand it on a logical level, but it's still bizarre. Saturday night in Australia, Saturday afternoon in Europe, Saturday morning in the US. I come from the past. I love the New Year's jokes we can make. Yeah. Know all the secrets of the day before you guys. Oh, wait. Does this go? This goes. I gotta flip it back over. This will lock a lot of this together. There we go. Nice and flappy. Well, have a good night, Fro. I hope you have a wonderful pretend sleep. Or some sweet me time, as the case may be. Whatever you need. You know? Thank you for the raid again. I appreciate it. Always good to see everybody. Anybody else too, if you gotta go, if it's also that same time zone, feel free. Or you can hang out a little while and play some Lego. Ironically, this is what I would do as a kid too. Saturday mornings, I've said this a lot, but Saturday mornings I would quietly, I'd wake up early and I would, as quiet as I was able to, I'd dump my Lego collection out on the floor. As quietly as, you know, you'd hear it. And the slower you did it, it seemed like the louder it was, you know. But this is how I'd spend my Saturday. Look at that. That's cool. It just kind of falls right in place. This is how I'd spend my Saturday mornings. Playing Lego. Rearranging my office, probably. Or my office. At the time, it was my bedroom back home. Yeah. So it's really no surprise that this is kind of still what I enjoy doing. The glare is real. Okay, looks like there's a black piece. Okay, yeah, it's a 3. As a mom, I did hear what kids were doing Saturday mornings, even though I was in bed, kind of in sleep. Yeah. And you're like, he's playing. I'm sure my parents are like, there he is playing Lego again. Well, look at me now, Mom. You can't tell me what to do. Try. You can try. Although, ironically, now I have my own kid. And so I also have to be semi-quiet because there's a vent right there that leads right to his room. And he sometimes talks to me like an intercom through that vent. So sometimes. That's that step done. The glare on these instructions is pretty bad too. Okay, now we're going to be adding the smooth pieces here. I think some moms will try to tell their adult kids what to do. Yeah, that's true. At a certain point, it goes from telling you what to do to giving you advice, right? Okay. We're layering up these wings. It's right there. Excellent. I'm really excited for this one. I'm not sure how many of you have seen the Ahsoka show. Wait a minute. Holy crap. Hold on a second. I missed something today. Wait, didn't somebody got that? Bogan, I'm not sure if you're still here. Did I say congratulations for getting the Phantom Menace? I hope I did. And Bogan, I didn't do your dad joke either. Bogan, are you still here? If you're still here, I'll do your dad joke. I'm so sorry I'm just now seeing that. The setup's weird. If not, I will give you your points back. If you're not here. That way you can get your dad joke at a later date. I need a sound redeem for dad joke. Because otherwise I miss it a lot. Clumsy, good morning. Why do I keep on getting Marines ads? They're trying to tell you something. No, actually, you know what it is. It's analytics. It's analytics on targeted age. They don't target me. Because I would be unfit for service. Oh, shucks, right? Yeah, that's 100% what it is. It's, yeah. You're being singled out. Come on. They want me for real. Okay, there you go. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty messed up that the army will take you and they'll give you all these benefits, right? All these like healthcare and insurance and all these guaranteed things just for being a part of it. It actually sounds pretty socialist if you ask me. We'll give you all this stuff, but first, if we go to war, you're going to have to kill some people for us. I hope that's cool. I hope you're cool with that, Hope you're cool with little war crimes. All right, touche. Not all military is war crimes. That isn't very fair of me. However, oh shoot, that didn't work. Hold on. I gotta reset that back up. Sorry. I gotta set that back up. Anyway. Something about playing Lego makes me so political. I don't know what it is. Just brings it out in me. All right, now we're flipping this around. Clumsy, look how cool this is. The E-Wing is very cool. I kind of wish that it had more of a part in Ahsoka. This set itself kind of leads you to believe that there was going to be some kind of space fight between Shin Hati over here, and the E-Wings, and that, correct me if I'm wrong, that didn't happen, right? What did we think of Ahsoka? I haven't had a chance to really talk about it on stream that much. Now that it's done and over, I would love to hear people's opinions on it, what you thought. You haven't watched it? Did you? Wait. Did you finish Rebels, though? Have you finished Rebels? It's fine that you haven't watched it yet. That's all right. Oh, bag number 3. One. There it is. Hang on. We have a defense army, and every male age 18 to 36-ish has to service for 6 to 11 months. There's also civil service, and if you don't want to do any, it's jail time. Yikes. Can I ask where you're located? Like what country? Got sidetracked because I'm watching Stranger Things with my dad. Oh, that's wholesome, though. What does he think of King Steve? Finland. Okay, nice. Nice. I don't necessarily think that, like, service like that is a wholly bad thing. Especially if they give you the option of going into civil service. I don't necessarily think that's inherently bad. What I do think is a little messed up, I'm in the US, if you couldn't tell. I think is a little messed up is that they keep saying that, you know, we can't have these things like healthcare, human rights, healthcare, you know, college tuition, like things like that. They're like, no, you can't have that because that's socialism. But then the moment that you sign up for the military, they sell you by giving you all the things that they said were socialism. So, just at the cost of, you know, potentially, especially lately, it's looking pretty scary to be in the military in the U.S. right now, I gotta say. I would not recommend anybody I know go into the military at this current point in time. Because things are probably going to get pretty hairy. I mean, they are already, but even more so. Laughs and socialism. There's Nidalicious. I knew it. And females have the option to apply for Army, too. Socialism, but please murder for us, pretty please. Yeah. Again, you know, if the country had a different attitude towards war, and maybe in stopping conflict more than starting it, maybe I could see a case for it. But you know, being real peacekeepers instead of world police that just stick their noses where it doesn't belong every single time, it makes it worse every single time. I could see a case for it, but that's not the case over here. I was a little scared when my son started his service a few years ago. Yeah. Since our neighbor country is what it is and don't want to mention its name. Ooh, yeah. But oil though. We got to have the oil. Man, what a time to be alive, though, right? I don't know if I want to get into it right now. Because there is so much. Never in my life have I been so positive that the effects of, I try to choose my words very carefully here, that the effects of propaganda are not in just full swing. it's pretty rough out there, and there's a lot of people making a lot of very bold statements off of things that are so obviously just propaganda, that it just makes me really worried. Really worried. Especially as somebody who doesn't fall in line traditionally with with what I'm told to think a lot of times. It's hard. It's oof. That sounded like he gots to stab the oil. We need oil, so go kill these people, please. That's how you get oil, right? That's how you do it. Like many things in this world, a lot of stuff is... And if anything, if America's involved in anything, you gotta know that there's some kind of profit-seeking motive there. There's some... money is involved in some way. It always is. Could you imagine what the world would look like if solar power would have been pushed forward like oil was back in the days? Yeah. Let's get some of that solar punk. Let's get some solar punk. But I also think, actually, I don't think that solar is like the answer. I think it's part of an answer. I think far more what we need is a power revolution in general. We need a different power source. And I think that Nikola Tesla guy was onto some stuff, which is why he got, I mean, he died peacefully in his sleep. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I have almost dropped all social media except the gaming world. I've come very close. I keep thinking every time I go on Twitter that I should just not be on Twitter. Twitter is probably at its worst right now than it like ever has been. You know. Twitch is social media. Yeah, I think that's why you said it. Quit all social media except the gaming world, right? Yeah, I'm more thinking. I haven't been on Facebook in like forever, which is nice. I think I've finally kind of broken that habit. Really, yeah. Really, Twitter is. I kind of hate it though, because I feel like if you leave, you just kind of give it over to the crazies. I don't know, crazy is probably not the right word, but you just give it over to people who are just, I don't know, but then maybe they scream into the void and no one hears them and everything's better that way. I don't know. No, I don't mean X, I mean Twitter. X doesn't exist. It's Twitter. I read Gaming World as a forum or something called Gaming World. Not a thing. He tries real hard to make it a thing. I am pretty surprised, to be honest. I really thought that the X thing was a troll, and it probably still is. But I got to admit, I really didn't think he'd actually like do it, or that he would do it for very long. But the fact that it's like stayed as long as it has is really weird. Man, it's so bizarre. It's so bizarre. I don't know, guys. I get about 3 to 4 announcements from Twitter from different streamers, and that's it. I haven't visited my finished Twitter in months. Yeah, I mean, I haven't even ever gotten a lot of traction on Twitter when I've tried to like promote the stream and stuff. It just doesn't really work for me. And I'm not about to pay for engagement on Twitter, right? I'm not going to do that. So I don't know. I just sometimes wonder why I bother. I do like saying what I feel and what I think on Twitter. But a lot of times it's just mostly just ignored, you know? I don't know if I just don't have a face for the algorithm, or I don't have the right opinion for the algorithm, or I don't rage bait enough for the algorithm. I take my time before replying on things that are like really important and not jump to conclusions, you know? And I feel like that's pretty rare, especially on Twitter. A lot of people just, the moment something happens, they got to comment on it. And they got to let people know where they stand. And I'm far more likely to sit back and watch for a while before, you know, and put together all the details of something, especially something so nuanced and so complicated as what's going on lately. I'd rather wait and make sure that I've considered all the facts before spouting off my nonsense, you know. Some would agree at this point that names and brands are arbitrary and have no real meaning, though. Yeah, true. Yeah. I mean, if people like to use Twitter, it doesn't really matter what it's called, right? Especially in their mind. If they want to use it and that's where the people are, it really doesn't truly matter what it's called. It's just a little surprising. It's a little surprising that he actually did it, you know? Most of the time, I feel like he's just a troll and he doesn't really mean half of what he says. But like lately, I mean, I guess you just got to take him at his word, you know? Lack of tagging. I've done tagging before. Didn't really, but maybe. I mean, maybe it could 100% be that I'm just not doing Twitter right. 100%. And, you know, after I've seen what I've seen over the course of a couple years, maybe I don't want to do Twitter right. Maybe I do that on purpose because the kind of attention that brings isn't really what I'm looking for, you know? I'm not looking to debate anyone on Twitter, you know? He is a troll. That's because he is a troll. It seems like he's a troll. Well, have I got news for you? Post and ghost, yep. The good thing is I don't get a lot of Twitter notifications anyway, so that's essentially what I end up doing anyway. Is just posting it and being like, whatever. But, you know me. I would like to interact with people. But, man, there's something about Twitter. There's just something about it that just... And it's hard to tell how much of it is me waking up to that fact or how much of it has always been that way or how much of it has changed over the years. I don't know. The latest thing is charging $1 a year for Twitter to combat spam and bots. I actually didn't hear that it was $1 a year. I just heard people freaking out because he wants to charge for Twitter. I didn't hear it was $1 a year. Makes you wonder if that's just a quick way to have an influx of cash real quick, that he doesn't really care to charge for it like all the time, but you just get a quick cool milli from the, probably more than $1 million, from all the users that will sign up for their first year, you know. Lurk mode, getting coffee. I need more coffee. I'm completely out. I might need to take a break for a minute too. I think we're probably only gonna finish the E-Wing this morning. At the rate I'm going. Unless it comes together real quick here. That's cool. I'm not rushing through it. WAN Show talked about a forum that was overwhelmed by bots and spam. Absolutely cleaned it up by charging $1 lifetime on sign up for new accounts. Lifetime isn't bad. Yeah. I guess I hadn't heard that it was $1. I still don't like the idea. I don't like the idea of giving him any money, even though even just by using it, I'm giving him money. But I didn't hear that it was like a $1 thing. I didn't hear that part. I haven't watched WAN Show in a couple weeks. I need to get caught up. It's a little hard to get caught up. I probably won't get caught up. I'll probably just start with this week's. I like the WAN Show. I don't always agree with Linus's opinions on everything because he can be a little, I don't know what the right word is. He can sometimes be very sure of himself. I don't know. There's just sometimes something he says that I'm like, ugh, we know, dude. Like, you say that all the time. That's the right word. Yeah. Yeah, there's just sometimes it's like, okay, dude, we know. I don't agree with his opinions on Star Wars. He's welcome to have them, but the way he talks about people who consume current Star Wars makes me feel a little icky. I'm completely cool. You don't like what's going on currently with Star Wars. You are more than welcome to have that opinion. That's great. But like the way he talks about people who do like it is like, you know, he's just like, you must be out of your mind if you like Star Wars right now. Star Wars hasn't been good since 1977. And it's like, all right, man, it's cool if you don't like it. That's fine. Nobody's coming for you. Like, calm down. That's just kind of an example. If he is very opinionated, but in general, I do like his style. I like Luke a lot, even though I don't agree with Luke a lot of times too. But you know, I've learned I don't have to agree with everybody on everything. And I like that it's a tech show. It doesn't get overly political. Sometimes it gets a little political. It's nice to hear Canadians' thoughts on things. He can have some really good opinions sometimes too. So, yeah, it's a good little show. If you're into tech at all, it's something I would still recommend, even though I don't agree with him. I'd still recommend. Look at that sticker work right there. Look at that. Beautiful, huh? That said, he does produce some fantastic products. I would order more from their store for shipping and import fees. Yes, I actually think that some of his products are really genuinely some of the best out there. This is one of the water bottles, and this is the best water bottle I think I've ever had, ever. Canada's like a better functioning US. That's what I think too. It's not perfect, right? It's got stuff. Okay, good. I just want to make sure the music is still going. Yeah, it's not perfect. But I love this water bottle. This is just one of the random ones they had on sale. This desk mat is from LTT store. No sponsor. This desk mat here, not the green one, but the one underneath it. Because they let you pick any size of desk mat, from a mouse pad to a complete 60-inch, like however long you want, for the exact same price. That's wild. That's wild. I love that. Like, so I think he does great work on like the merch stuff. It's actually like, if he decided the next day that he was just gonna stop doing tech stuff and only do merch, I would be like, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Probably a good call too. I think it's also a good call of him to hire a CEO. I think that was wise. See, he's a smart guy. I feel like he knows what he's doing. Even if once again, I don't always agree with his opinions on everything. There we go. All right. There we go. I got my bottle before the spout, which makes it more cumbersome. I think you can just buy the caps now, can't you? I love this whole mechanism on it. They just put a lot of thought. They put a lot of thought into their products, and I like that a lot. Yeah. And I don't watch every video on their channel, but I do really enjoy most LTT videos. Most of them. Back with a muffin. Welcome back. The transparency that it costs us basically the same amount for any size, so charge a little more for the small and less for the large to streamline things. Exactly. Yeah. I think it's amazing. I have this one. I'll probably end up buying another one for this desk once this mouse pad here that wife got for me. I don't know if you can see, but it's a Starfield mouse pad. See, look at that. It is great, and I love it, but these desk pads don't last forever. So whenever that gets, scuffed up and everything, I'll probably end up getting an even bigger one for that desk too. They sell the new caps plus shipping and import. Oh yeah, the shipping and import's what's gonna get you. They do really love selling to the US because I think it's not too expensive for them, right? Or they just understand that a big part of their audience is in the US. Look at that. I love when the angles start coming together. Whoa. If I don't drop it. Wait, is that supposed to be there? Or was that supposed to be there? I think it might supposed to be there. I'll just leave it for right now. I need to get more coffee. What time is it? It's almost 8. Yeah, I probably should get another coffee. Let me take a quick break, if you all don't mind. I will go brew another coffee. Maybe visit the restroom. So, I mean, 2 minutes, 3 minutes maybe. A $5 cap plus $20 shipping. Then $10 import because they charge import for both product and shipping for some reason. Holy cow, man. That's a lot. Did you grab anything? Didn't they make a mistake one time recently where shipping was like free or something? And like a bunch of people overseas bought a bunch of stuff that they wouldn't normally be able to get. Yeah, it was like free shipping worldwide. That's a funny mistake. All right, I'm going to hit you with the BRB. Let me get some coffee real quick. But I'll be back. I'll throw on some clips real quick. Oh, wait, I'm on the wrong screen. I meant to hit BRB. I keep hitting bottom right instead of BRB. For like 5 hours it happened, yeah. That's funny. All right, here we go. Now I see the clips. All right, I'll be right back. It's amazing. All of these little greebles are exactly in the same spot that they are on the set back there. That's pretty impressive. Hello, Clumsy. Welcome. I'm obsessing over the Lego Millennium Falcon, even though like I literally have it right behind me. So, you know, this is an interesting way for people to be able to experience the UCS Millennium Falcon without having to buy it, right? Just buy this $60 game instead. Yeah, but it's in a video game, exactly. It's better? Maybe. Here? Right? Oh, it was a George Hodge. You're gonna have to clip that and send it to him. That was funny. Even Jordan's here. The Mandalorian Season 1 pack. I think we already got that. So I did buy the deluxe edition. So I get Mando and the solo one, I think. I was like, what? Oh, can I not use my Whoa. What just happened? Oh, are there vents there that I'm not supposed to go through? Whoops. My bad. Holy crap. Whoa. Houston, we have a problem. Can we go? Closed. Terminated. Life's terminated, George. What? He did kill him. And then he puts up a sign. Oh. Thank goodness I closed that. Holy cow. Dad sends his regards. Eh.
You got the beard comb on you.
So much beard in it.
That's good, man.
I had it like probably around this time last year. I had it actually really long, and I think I want to get back to that. For some reason, I don't know what I was thinking. I trimmed it like really short. I'm like, what was I thinking? I have like no chin. I don't know why I did that, but
No. You can literally pull it off. I know I can.
well, I mean, it's stuck to my face. It's not like a. That's a dad joke. That is a dad. All right, I'm back. Hello. All right. You got another Marine ad? Be all that you can be. What can I say? What can I say? That's funny. What kind of coffee? This is a Starbucks K-Cup. Nothing special. Man, you really can't see that that display behind me, can you? I think I need to turn on the light. Anyway, Cafe Verona, I think. Yeah. One of these days I'll start grinding my own beans again. I've just been lazy about it lately, you know. Got so hopeful when the first two ads weren't Marines. Oh, man. And then the last one, they hit you with a join us. Join us. Let me go back to here. Thank you for the lurk, Nidalicious. Enough procrastinating. Need to continue working on this video. Good luck. Good luck. All right. What am I looking for right now? Okay, this piece has to be a mistake down here then. Yeah, has to be. Because this goes right here. Look at how cool we look. Join us. It definitely would like make a certain type of person think it's very cool, right? Unfortunately, I just don't like how they go after so many young people. You know? I don't know. It just seems weird to me. More sticker time. What do I know? I'll just sit here and put my stickers on my Lego sets. You know? I'll just mind my own business and put the stickers on. I hate stickers so much. Oh, okay. So I haven't heard from Big Bogan. So I think I need to give him his points back. He redeemed a dad joke and I completely missed it. And I think I can give the points back from this mod view though. There we go. Don't push down on the sticker until you're sure that you're done. Channel points. Reward request queue. Big Bogan was the Phantom Menace today, so I'm cool marking that as complete. And then I will give his points back for that. Excellent. Okay. I can't even drive yet. No way I'm joining. You'd be like, you don't want me. You don't want me here. What do you need me for? Okay, that's that long piece. Come on. Come on, there you go. And then this goes on the other side. Right here. So cool. Outside of the X-Wing, this might be like my favorite fighter, and we've only seen a little bit of it. Oh, anyway, Clumsy, I don't know if you answered and I just missed it, but you haven't finished Rebels yet, right? You took a break to watch Stranger Things. How far in it are you, though? I will tell you, and I might have mentioned this to you already, but Rebels is pretty much required for Ahsoka. either watch the whole series, it's not that long, or watch a recap or something at least. But it is more of another Rebels season than anything else. Only got a couple episodes in. It's worth it. It really is. I would tell people to watch Rebels. And when it comes to Clone Wars, I understand why people don't watch it. I don't hate Clone Wars. It's just a lot. It's a lot to get through. It's very disjointed stories. There's weird arcs everywhere. So yeah, I kind of understand why people would be intimidated by Clone Wars, even though there's some really good stuff in there. But Rebels is very approachable, very easy. Season 4 of Stranger Things, though. Should be able to get back to Rebels soon. Okay, cool. Hey, what's up, Ghost? How you doing? That was the joke? What's the joke? Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Who's up here making jokes? Couldn't be me. Yeah, Rebels is good. There's one point in Rebels that gets like really, really good. I won't spoil it for you though. But yeah, you will be relatively lost in Ahsoka if you didn't watch Rebels. I didn't think they would go as hard into that as I thought that there would be a lot of exposition. I thought it would be a little bit more approachable for people, but I'm kind of glad they went this route because I think it's more faithful to the people who have been watching for a while, you know. Hey, there's a dad joke. All right, I'll actually do yours. Sorry, Bogan. Let's see. Ooh. Did I just show my phone? What was on my phone? Did I just show all of my... Okay, I don't think it was anything too bad. It was a notification from Ozzy's stream. It was my pay statement notification, but there's no... there was no identifying info on it. My name might have been at one of them. Why did I do that? So I'm so used to not having my phone with me. Hang on. There we go. I'm so used to not having my phone with me that I didn't even think about just opening it up right underneath the camera. Thank you for the stretch. Let me do a dad joke for you too. For Clumsy. Career over. I don't think there was anything too bad there. There's yeah, anyway. Twitch, Discord statement, OnlyFans. Yeah, you know. You know. Just the normal. Okay. Anyway, dad joke time. I got to remember that. If I'm not using my phone for this camera, I got to remember that. I just showed it again. It's fine. There's just apps. Look, just apps. It's fine. Okay. What am I looking for? Dad jokes. Yeah, like I don't think there'd be anything I'm super worried about other than doxing myself, you know. Outside of that, I don't, you know. And even then, it's not completely a secret who I am. It wouldn't be too hard to figure out. But anyway. We ready? Here's your dad joke. What did the judge say to the dentist? Do you swear to pull the tooth, the whole tooth, and nothing but the tooth?
That's not funny, Daddy.
I don't know about that one. The tooth, the whole tooth, and nothing but the tooth. Just pull that from VOD. Yeah. There might have been right at the very end of those notifications might have been my name, but you know, it is what it is. I am what I am. Okay. Let's continue, shall we? Cat sipping. Yoink. There was a time where I was making content under my real name. There is actually a YouTube channel out there under my real name that still has a couple videos on it. They were kind of vlogs. They were Casey Neistat inspired documentary style. I love documentaries and I love making documentaries. I've done that in a long time, but there's a couple still on that channel that I'm very proud of. So I left them up there. Maybe one day I'll just show it to y'all. Like we'll have like a reaction stream to my own videos. We'll watch my own videos together. So yeah, like I haven't been hiding from the internet at all. But I kind of like how separate this is, you know. I like this being its own thing. I think if I had to give any advice to people, especially younger people, I would say embrace anonymity on the internet, especially at a young age. Try to be as anonymous as you possibly can be, to the point of like, you know, yeah, that's what I would say to young people. Because we were that way when we first started on the internet. We could be pretty anonymous unless you literally told people your name. Screen names were very common, you know. Oh, I was supposed to put that on first before putting that in here. Okay, that makes sense. Anonymous. Wait a minute. Should that be the name of our fan group? Anonymous. Hey, wait a minute. You know, I picked Nerf Herders just because, like, one, it was a Star Wars thing, right? But just as a placeholder, I always intended that, like, we would come up with something of our own at some point. Does that really? Okay, we don't push that one through all the way. We just start it. Just start it. Go. And I'm assuming we'll push some pins in there once we get that part. There we go. I like that though. I want everything to be a play on anonymous. It's just at a young age, you're supposed to be making mistakes, right? And you don't need all those mistakes to be like highly public, you know? I love doing play on words on my name. Yeah. It's fun. I mean, you have single-handedly made all of us think hard about how we spell the word clumsy. You know? Every time I actually have to type that word, I do type it with a K. And then I go, wait a minute. Hang on. I don't think that's right. Something's wrong. Would you call your community the herd? I mean, I guess. I just don't really refer to it in that way. It's not... I think those kind of things start happening once you get like a little bit bigger. So I don't really be like, yo, what's up, herd? What's up, the herd? You know, I don't know. I don't really do that. But I think if it ever got big to where, you know, I didn't like feel like I personally know a lot of you, then I would come up with something to refer to it, you know. But we're all Nerf herders. We all have Nerfs in our lives that we have to herd, you know. Or I guess I'm the Nerf herder? No. I don't know. I would love to come up with a community name that does take inspiration off of the non thing, you know. Like anonymous, you know. Big Mofo, how's it going? How are you? Ooh, that's hot coffee. Shoot. Ouch. I had to take a drink. All right, we did the clumsy dad joke. I want to keep better track of my request queue here. Excellent. How you doing, Big Mofo? Long time no see. What ship is this? This is the E-Wing from Ahsoka. And also from Expanded Universe lore as well. So we're finally seeing it live, you know. This is the E-Wing. Then we have Shin Hati's Starfighter, which it's looking like I'll probably have to do next time. So this set will be a twofer. Because it's already looking to be getting a little late. All right, that's all set. Grab 2 of these and put them here. Yeah. Put them right here. So yeah, I'd like to come up with something along the lines. I really kind of like Anonymous. You know. I like that idea. Nonsters? Nonsters is pretty good too. Taking a break from online for a while, completely understand. Done that myself. We'll probably do it again in the future. Nonsters. Nonsters. That's actually really good too. What's up, you nonsters? All right. Maybe I should write some of these down. Hang on. Doing my phone off camera. Maybe it was for the best that I used my phone as my camera. You know? I just opened up my notepad to a note that I wrote about Palpatine. If you all would like to hear my Palpatine, my little Palpatine rant, I have it written. There you go. That's all you get. Oh, you couldn't even see it though. All right, that's fine. It's a little theory that I'm workshopping, and I'm not good at theories. I'm not. Okay, so we have a wait, I gotta add the 0. Anonymous. Or just Anon. That's too Reddit-y, I think. Names. So we have Anonymous, and then we have Nonsters. Isn't that a little Reddit-y, right? Isn't that what they do on Reddit? I don't remember. And then Nonsters. Okay, so those are the 2 I have right now. Those are both very good options. We'll workshop it a little bit. The only thing I want to do. Oh, interesting. Okay, so we're going to flip these up. Oh, and flip these in. How interesting. And then this is that's what's going to keep the wings in place. Very cool. Okay, I just got to flip these up too first. The only thing I'm looking to use it for is like a Discord name, right? Like a name for the Discord server. That's really kind of, it's a bit Reddit-y, yeah. I'm not sure if that's the energy that I want. Focus groups, brand research, etc. Yeah, you know, do my due diligence in that. But no, I'm just looking for more like Discord related, you know, a community name for that. I don't think I'll start my streams with like, shoot, I missed this one. I don't think I'll start my streams with like, good morning, you nonsters. What's up, nonsters? That starts to get a little weird when you use it like parasocially like that, but I am thinking about just names for like the Discord group. That's it. Or like subscribers in general, you know? You know what kind of weirded me out lately? The Colleen Ballinger stuff. Have any of you followed that? Kind of weirded me out a little bit, to be honest. Really oogie. Set phasers to follow. Yep. Just imagining you doing a super hype YouTube intro calling us Nonsters. Yo, what up, Nonsters? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be playing with slime. Let's go. Let's go. I can't even do it unironically. Alternate universe, you have this crazy hat on. Introduction like a COD montage. Yeah. I've never had that energy. Even back when I did make YouTube videos and tried to make some gaming videos too. There's also another channel out there. Right? Is there another channel out there? Hold on. Looking. There either is or was another channel out there. Let me see. This one's an even deeper cut. Oh geez, am I not even gonna be able to find it by the name that we named it? Maybe not. Okay, hang on. Wow. I thought we had a pretty clever name, but I can't even seem to find it. Oh, there it is. Oh, that's why it was all one word. Okay, I'm not going to say what it is, but... Oh, jeez. There's stuff from 8 years ago. I got to watch this one from 5 years ago. So here's one from 10 years ago, which was Battlefield 3 live commentary. And it was me trying to just talk while playing Battlefield, but it wasn't like, yo, what's up, gamers? But there's some gaming videos on here. All the way back to Minecraft. Yeah, these are rough. Oh, geez. These make me feel something. The first episode was 11 years ago. Yeah, I'm not telling you about that one. Nope. I don't think that one would be able to be found even if you had my real name. I don't think. Oh, man. How insane was that? It was almost like a front to tap into the creepy part of herself. The Colleen Ballinger stuff is weird. It weirded me out. It really did. Because, you know, especially newer streamers starting out or content creators in general, like, you think that the way you're going to grow is by like, I just really want to like connect with people. And like that can get so weird so fast. And it just weirded me out how like, I don't think that'd be something I'd ever do, but it's like, how often do you see, you know, streamers and stuff like that be like, oh, we're all a family here and come join the family. And we, you know, and it's like, I like caring about people. I do care about people. I've formed, you know, somewhat far long distance relationship type stuff with people that I've met online. But it really did weird me out. The more that I went into it, the more that I was just like, I don't know, man. I don't know. It was just creepy. It was creepy. I don't even know how to accurately express what I'm feeling about it. So that probably made no sense, but it just creeped me out. We'll just leave it at that. That go. Oh. I missed something here. Hang on. Yeah, there it is. 2 of these right here. She's just icky. Yeah. It's just icky. That's a great way to put it. Do I want those to match? I think so. You and Lutz have a good balance, giving it without sacrificing yourself. Exactly. And like knowing where that line is between like, okay, that's TMI, you know? Because like I do care about the people who come on here. Like a lot of you have been here a while. I feel like we know each other to a certain degree, but like we don't have to kid ourselves that like we all have our lives, you know. And that's why, like, at the end of the day, I'm not really worried about doxing myself, because if anything gets bigger, obviously people are going to know who I am. I'm not worried about that. It's more about keeping things separate, you know. Man, I hate Dr. Disrespect. Sorry. I have no respect for Dr. Disrespect. But it's kind of like Dr. Disrespect, where the boundaries blur and the worst parts of yourself come through. Yeah. I guess that's kind of the scary part, right? Is you see it so often. And is it just the fact that like people they'll do anything to get like a little taste of fame? Is that what it is? Could be. Yeah, that they'll just, whatever it takes, I've got to be famous. You know, I have to stand out. Whatever that means is what I'm going to do. Whatever it takes. I don't know. And then you just kind of, you get in your head about that power dynamic of having such young fans. And it's like, it just, I don't know. Yeah. It was kind of funny seeing Dr. Disrespect getting mad at companies that didn't want to collab with him because he was being disrespectful. Yeah, right? You're like, wait, man, isn't that your whole brand? Isn't that your thing? Isn't that your thing? I also just love how he started being like mad at COD because of what they did to his friend. And then it just so happens. It's just unrelated. I'm building my own first-person game to compete with Call of Duty. That couldn't have anything to do with why I'm all of a sudden being very critical of Call of Duty. That couldn't have nothing to do with it. Or, you know, live recording in a public bathroom. Horrible. That should have gotten kicked off the internet to begin with, but it didn't. So that's the other thing, is like seeing what sticks and like what doesn't, like what people end up getting in trouble for. And then like later on, like years down the road, he'll do something incredibly toxic, and everyone will be like, wow, I can't believe that. And there'll be those of us who are sitting back like, wait, what do you mean? He's been doing this stuff for years. It's just, I don't know why, but he's been getting away with it, you know? At least as far as you can get away with it. I don't know. I prefer whatever content I consume to be a lot more positive than that. And not fake positive. Not fake positive to pander or anything like that. I truly mean, like, you know, I'm not going to watch a Call of Duty commentator who is just mad at the game the whole time. Why would I do that? I don't really watch Call of Duty commentators because it's kind of hard to find some that aren't that way, that aren't incredibly sweaty, you know? It's a little hard. It's a little hard to find. I forget how these go in. How do these go in? There was a Call of Duty commentator I watched for a while. Back in I was very, very much into Call of Duty in the Black Ops era. Call of Duty Black Ops, the original, the first one, was so great. I loved it. I loved that game so much. I have intense nostalgia for it. It's awesome. So I started watching YouTube videos at that time, and that was probably 11, 12 years ago. There we go. That worked. Okay. And there was this guy who would do commentary videos, and yeah, he would talk about the game. So like half of it would be like, okay, I'm going to talk about, you know, here's the things going on this week in Call of Duty and how he's trying to get better at you know, his aim and learning tips and tricks about maps and stuff like that. It was very, very interesting. And then he also had this series called, what was it called? Okay, I'm just going to say who he is because he's still making content and you might know him. So it was just called Ask Woody? Something like that. But his name is Woody's Gamer Tag, or at least it used to be. I'm going to caveat this with Woody is currently still making content that I do not agree with and or watch, so I wouldn't necessarily look this person up. I don't enjoy the podcast that he's on. I think it's incredibly toxic. But at the time, he was doing these videos where people would write, typically young men would write in and ask for like life advice, because he was a little further on in his life. He was a little more established than a lot of people. He to his own describing, he had his life pretty well together. And so he felt like he had something to offer, especially to these boys who didn't have, maybe didn't have a father figure or somebody that they could look up to. And so he would play Call of Duty. He'd have like Call of Duty footage going, and he would answer these questions. Mail time with Woody? Woody's Mail Time? Something like that. I think it was just called Mail Time. And I actually really enjoyed it. Whether or not I agreed, I mean, I think at the time I was pretty young too, so like, I don't know if I fully agreed with all the advice he gave, but I loved the concept. And have loved that concept ever since. Like the idea of reaching out and giving advice via a medium that like people would understand and enjoy like that was pretty cool. I need to catch up on the Mr. Beast drama, but apparently his stuff has been staged, which is melting the internet. So I watched an interview with the girl who's been claiming that just yesterday. She was on a podcast, and it's pretty interesting. It's fairly compelling that, like, I don't think it's super malicious, to be fair. I think it was probably just they made a decision in editing that they thought would make the video better to essentially stage who was in, like, the top. But I don't think that the results would have changed, but it's just it's a principle thing at this point, right? That, like, okay, if he's making editing decisions like this, excuse me, then like what else is he faking, you know? And that's a good question. And the way he has dealt with it so far, or has not dealt with it so far, has been pretty interesting. But it's also just been a couple of days, so maybe give him some time to figure out how to get into it. But I think generally it probably wasn't malicious, but I do think it's a principle of the matter that they were in a competition, and it seems like some people got further along than what the video made it seem like they did, and that was a little insulting to them. And then when they talk about it, he doesn't want to like go on the record, and he wants to have like a private phone call to talk about it. And it's like, that's a manipulation tactic. That's trying to make sure that he can say something and then claim that he never said it. Things like that. But I think it'll be easy for him. It'll be easy for him to get out of it, because all he has to do is just say, yeah, we made a mistake. We made some editing decisions that I didn't think through at the time, that I thought would make the video more interesting, and he should take ownership of it because it is his thing, right? And, that resulted in making it seem like this girl, and there was another gentleman who was in it as well. I don't remember his name, but it made it seem like they placed lower than what they did. And that was a mistake. We shouldn't have done that. We shouldn't sacrifice the truth for, a video, and that isn't something we typically do, and we'll do our best to make sure that doesn't happen going forward. We apologize to so-and-so. If there's anything we can do to make it up for you, like, let's talk. And I think that would do it. I think that would just clear pretty much the whole issue. And it seems like that's kind of all she wants, is for him to just admit that, like, ooh, we made a mistake there. We shouldn't have done that. It doesn't mean that she would have won the competition. I'm not even so sure it would mean that the other person would have won, Stop writing a speech for free. It's just doesn't seem like a complicated situation to get out of. It will get hairier and will get worse if he doesn't address it. and he, or worse yet, if he comes out and tries to like attack her or something, then it's gonna get worse. So he has the opportunity to really just kind of like shut it down by owning up to it. Or I guess, you know, showing proof if nothing really weird happened. But it seemed pretty ironclad from her side. But, you know, I'd love to hear his side of it. I'm pretty up on my internet drama, guys. I'm pretty up on it. Unfortunately. Unfortunately, I am. Let's have a drama show. Maybe that's what we should talk about on the pre-work coffee hours. Just the Non's morning drama show. Let me recap the drama and tell you how to get out of it. That sounds like a recipe for a disaster. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. That just has calamity written all over it, doesn't it? You know what I mean? Like me telling people how to get out of drama. I don't know. I could just see that ending poorly. No one would be happy, right? Oh. Where's that piece? Oh, there it is. Interesting. The interweb tabloids, yeah. Sometimes, like, you know, the drama, I just go, whatever, who cares? But other times it's like, we could learn something from this. I just don't know if I'm the guy. I don't think I'm the guy to do that. I'll comment on it. I'll say how I feel on something, but like, I don't know if I'm going to be the drama guy. I just don't want that kind of energy, you know? If people want to talk about it, I'll talk about it. But, you know, how much of that energy do we really want to bring in? I don't know. I didn't know about that. I've been too busy with college work to watch any YouTube drama. I really... Non-answers with non... I mean, in a way, like, again, what I said about, like, Woody's gamer tag is, like, what he was doing, I think would be really interesting to, like, you know, if anybody wanted some advice. I just don't think I don't know. I don't really know if I have my life together enough to give you all any substantial advice that you wouldn't already know, you know? I don't know. Again, it's one of those things, I don't mind talking about it if the situation arrives, but I don't know if I would make that like the focus of a show or something. Because now, I don't know. I look back at this guy in particular and I don't really like what he's doing now. And so it makes me wonder about all that advice for years that I was just pumping into my ear holes from his videos. And it's like, how much of that was really good for me and how much of it was not. I don't, you know, I guess I'm lucky I was a little bit older. I mean, I was at that time, it would have been like 2010, 2011. I was still older. I was probably just a couple of years away from getting married. So I think maybe I had a little more rational viewpoint on it. But I don't recall him ever giving like really bad toxic takes. But it was also a very different world on the internet back then. Very different. I could only imagine what kind of like questions and advice that somebody like that would be giving nowadays. Woof, you know? I can only imagine. Non-answers, though, sounds pretty funny, though, if you think about, like, I'm gonna not give you like real advice. I'm going to give you fake advice that you shouldn't follow. That's kind of funny. That's kind of funny. Ooh, interesting little greeble detail on that one. Sorry, I'm building underneath my camera. Sorry about that. What do y'all think of the setup so far? I'm not too thrilled with the camera quality on this, so I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to go back to using my phone, but use this camera for face cam and then leave the face cam hooked up at that desk. Because then one, it'll be a lot easier to shift things back and forth. And yeah, I mean, and then I don't know. I think what the key is I'll need to take this off of my gaming computer and put it all here. The quality looks okay to you? Okay, I'll have to watch it later on the VOD. It's just, I got this camera. This camera here is the Razer Sin. What is it? What is it? Razer Kiro Pro. And I thought it would get better quality than the focus is a little weird to me. The focus is a little off. I think my phone was getting me much better quality than this, but it was on sale, so it's not. It was like $70, which is normally like 120 something. So I'm not too mad about it because I will use it for face cam. But I think I'm gonna swap it again. This will be my face cam. That'll go back to that desk. I'll use the phone so I don't dox myself. I'll use the phone for the Lego streams for the time being, and figure it out from there. Because every time I did the phone, I could plug it into the top of my computer's USB and it would work perfectly. But whenever I tried to put like this camera in the top, it was freaking out. So I don't know what is up with that. I thought that those top slots were USB 3.0, but they could not be. I don't know. Anyway, I think the ultimate goal will be to essentially have another streaming thing, potentially a laptop. It wouldn't take a lot, honestly, to get like a gaming laptop that could handle streaming pretty easily, because it wouldn't be connected to anything like gaming wise, right? It would just be just that. Just have the laptop set up here. All the cameras for Lego go into that, and I stream only Lego from that setup. That's not too out of the question, because I wouldn't be gaming on it, so it would need to be crazy. I'd probably just need a decent processor, right? Because I just run everything through the CPU that way. Quality looks good. Okay, good. I'll check out the VOD later, but I'm also a stickler. I do think that the focus is a little off, but I'll work on that. I trust you. I'm sure that it is good enough. I'm just nitpicky. Laptop sub goal. That's not a bad idea. I do have as a follow goal, you might have noticed, I have a follow goal of 500, at which point I will seriously start working on merch. I don't know what that looks like yet. I set it at 500 to kind of give myself some time to think about what that means and what that looks like. Wait, is it because I have the quality? What do I have the quality set to? 1080p. Maybe I didn't have the quality right. Yeah, non-merch. Yeah, I don't know what that looks like yet. I obviously would love to have. I would love to have a coffee mug. My first idea. I'll give you just a little bit of a preview. Okay. My first idea would be for a coffee mug that would say something about the pre-work coffee hour. It'd probably be something that it might just say PWCH in like bold lettering and nothing else. I kind of thought that would look good. Here we go. Like that. Pweech, for the pre-work coffee hour, Pweech. I kind of like that acronym for that. So something like that, maybe something simple. But I also like, I'll have to figure out. I don't want to just make like merch to have merch. I would like to have something intentional, something that would make you want to actually own it, Yeah. Nanda riding Vasco like a mechanical bull. Make it happen. For merch or just in general? Oh, that wing is satisfying right there. Yikes. That is pretty dang satisfying. Let's see. It's this one. So now we flip it over. And then all these pins are going to go through. Is that going to stay? I guess it is going to stay. Okay. That is pretty darn cool. Is that right? That wing looks like kind of too square. I'll double check it. All right, and then a brown one goes into the next hole. Really making sure that this stays in place. I love that. I love that for us.
Good job.
Well, thank you. Don't tempt me now. She's already pulling out the tablet. I can hear it. Speaking of which, Clumsy. Have you ever considered like starting a maybe this isn't what you want to do with your art, but starting a like a Fiverr or something like that to like help channels make channel art and stuff like that? Maybe you have bigger aspirations for your art, which you probably should, to be honest. You should probably have bigger aspirations in helping people make Twitch channel art, but there's a market for it for sure. I don't know how much money people can make doing it, but there definitely is a market for it. I guess that is supposed to be that square. Man, that wing is really cool. I don't know what I'm going to do with my art, but I did have a lot of fun making Blutz's emotes. Those turned out so nice. So nice. And you've done some art for us in the channel too. Some of the emotes. Let's see which ones they would be. Let's see. Almost everything. This one. Which other one? Definitely those two, and then of course the actual PNG tuber guy, that was by Clumsy as well. Was it? Am I missing one? Santanon, Nanka. Yeah, that's all the ones we have. Oops. There you go. Did the channel graphics, and to be honest, not worth the time. As picky as $1,000 clients for $15. So they're like spending $15, but they're like just as picky as somebody spending more. Yeah, I could see it would be a little like not fun to deal with people. I could totally see that. But you did that for a little while too. It does seem to me like there's probably better things you could do with your art. But also there's definitely a need for it, you know? I've tried to be a little more organic about it, that like, you know, as things occur to us. I mean, Santanon Nanka is definitely an inside joke that I'm not even sure I remember fully. But it's definitely an inside joke. But those are the ones that I love, you know. I use Nanka whenever I want to be fancy, you know, whenever I'm saying something real fancy in chat. You don't remember Nanka? So it was like, what were we talking about? We were talking about Willy Wonka. It's a Willy Wonka thing. I don't remember the context though for the life of me. But I feel like I could go through the art channel and probably find it, where I thought you had done a really crude Photoshop first because we had said something about Willy Wonka. And I think it was you. I think you were like, he's like Willy Nanka up in here. And then you go quiet for like a couple hours and then you come back with that. It was a Charlie and the Chocolate Factory poster. That was what it was. Yeah, and you put my face on all the characters. Yep. And the I think the Willy Wonka one, I had said something like, The Willy Wonka one actually looks pretty nice. I like that. And then, yeah, I think then you went quiet for a while. And then you came back. You're like, here you go. It's like, how in the world do you do that so quick? What time is it? Oh, it's raining out today. So it's 8:26, but I was like, why is the sun not out? It's raining out there. It's nice and rainy. And that also means with it being a little bit darker, there's a really, really high chance that the boy might sleep a little later. Which he already technically is. If it's 8:26, normally he's been getting up at like 8 now. So whenever a kid sleeps, you let him. You just let him sleep, you know. I gotta admit, seeing the instructions is pretty hard. Okay. Sounds the same with crafting like knitting. Can you make me a pair of difficult colorwork knee-high socks for 15 pounds? Hours to put on those would be more than 8, so 15 pounds is ridiculous. More like 60 to 70 per pair. Yeah, the time it takes for something handcrafted, I think people don't get because they're like, oh, I can go to Walmart and get a pair of socks for, $9. And it's like, yeah, but those were mass produced, and what you want is something handcrafted. So if you want handcrafted, you gotta pay for it. It'd be hard to be somebody like trying to make crafts and selling them on the internet. It must be so hard because people, I'm sure, are so picky, complain about the price all the time, things like that. I have to get the instructions over here. I can't quite see what's going on there. I'm getting old. Okay, you flipped it around. Okay. Oh no, wait. Wait, what? Yeah, I used the wrong pieces, didn't I? Wait, did I?
I'm so confused right now.
No, baby boy. Like that, you just haven't put all the pieces together yet. Baby boy. There you go. There you go. Yeah. Now it looks like that. Oh, man. So I had yesterday off, and so today, yesterday felt like Saturday all day, especially since I did a stream, too. I did a relatively long stream. Playing some Starfield yesterday. Finished Starfield, at least for as far as the stream is concerned. So ready to move on to the next one, but all day yesterday felt like Saturday. So now I feel like I get a bonus Saturday today. It's rainy out. I don't know what I'm gonna do though. I gotta find something to do with myself today. I gotta find something. Mrs. Nonder wants to go to Walmart. Maybe that would be a good family activity since it's raining. Saturday plus. Yeah, exactly. Knitting has been my hobby since I was 13 years old. I wouldn't want it. My occupation would ruin most of the fun. Agreed. Yeah. This is a cool little detail, huh? I think that means it's done. All right, and that goes on the bottom of this one. Now, why is that rubber thing there? That's the part I guess just to, I don't know. Huh. I don't know why they use the rubber pieces right here. Maybe it'll make more sense in a bit. That's a pretty cool engine. I like that. Oh, and it's not even done yet. All right, so next we're gonna put one of these black pieces in here, and a gray piece to top it off. That goes right on that. Very nice. All right. Looks like we're starting the other side of the wing. My sister-in-law does a lot of knitting too. I don't have it out. It's over here somewhere, but she knitted me a pillow that looks like the Millennium Falcon. And also a pillow that looks like a Star Trek officer's uniform, which is really cool. What are we doing for Halloween? Great question. We'll be taking the kid trick-or-treating around the neighborhood. He's going as Buzz Lightyear. He has had that in his mind for like a year. He's like, next year I'm going to be Buzz. He was an astronaut last year. Last year was the first year we took him trick-or-treating, and he had a blast. And honestly, I had a blast too, because you know what I didn't do as a kid? I didn't go trick-or-treating, because Halloween is of the devil. Cool. So, really genuinely had a really good time taking him to the neighbors and stuff and getting to talk to some people around the neighborhood. And he just had he's gonna be even more into it this year, because he absolutely had a blast last time. So looking forward to that. And then I think we're gonna take him. We might take him to like a friend's house or something, or over to his Gigi's house to see his outfit, things like that. So yeah, it should be fun. Is that the way that sticker goes? Freaking stickers, man. Yep, that works. Always with the stickers. Told somebody the other day, if I ever end up working for Lego, I will go on an internal crusade to convince them that no one likes stickers, that they make the experience of Lego worse. And my legacy with that company will be to abolish stickers. I will get my name on a plaque somewhere in the office that will be like, this is the man. This is the man who ended the great sticker war. And all the fans rejoice, and people go on tours. They'll put my name up in the Lego house. And everybody on tours will see my name as the man who ended the stickers. The dark sticker years of Lego. They didn't know any better. They didn't know what they were doing. And I say, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. Because I'll prove to them via analytics and data that we're actually like wasting more money on stickers than we are generating. And we're generating less happiness for people. You know? And we should be about generating happiness. The sticker messiah. What sucks? Sucks that I didn't go trick-or-treating as a kid. Do you go trick-or-treating, Clumsy? I mean, not now. I think you're probably too old for it now, but did you as a child? I think that's what you're talking about. Yeah, I'll be the sticker messiah, though. You love trick-or-treating. Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, I come from a very specific sect of Christianity that is... even to other Christians is a little, it's a little much. It's a little much. I'm short. If I cover my face, I could probably still go. Just wear a sheet and cut holes in the eyes and be like, trick or treat. Wouldn't think anything of it. Like Lutz the other day, just wearing a sheet. That was so fun. I'm sad I haven't been able to stick around for loot streams lately. I've been raiding and running because I have a team call at 9 a.m. and it's every day. And that alone wouldn't be too bad, right? But what ends up happening is that call lasts an hour and a half sometimes. It's an hour, scheduled for an hour, but sometimes it takes even longer than that. And it's just like, geez, like, come on. Oh, I see. This is the other part of that wing. That's why I was like, man, that looks so weird. That's because it is. There's another side to this wing. Oh, that's so freaking tight. Look at that. How far down is it supposed to go? Let me see. It doesn't say, but I think it's supposed to just be like one notch down. All right. It's very swooshable so far. Very swooshable. They say curiosity killed the cat, but droids like me are always exploring. All right, then. Bag number 5. I think there's 6 bags in this one total. So that'll probably get us right towards the end, huh? I do have a backlog I could talk about. If we have a little bit of time at the end here, I'll talk a little bit about the backlog that I have. Because it's a lot. I have all of the Ahsoka sets, which includes this one. Ahsoka Starfighter, Jedi Starfighter. What's the other one? There's one more, right? Actually, I think that's all the Ahsoka sets. I think. There isn't that many. Hey, Lars. Happy Saturday. How you doing? Yeah, I don't think there's a lot. I don't think there was a lot of Ahsoka sets. Other than the very last one, the one I'm very excited about is the re-release of The Ghost in Phantom 2, which when that showed up, which spoilers, sorry, I was a giddy little schoolboy. It was amazing. So I'm very excited about that one. I guess I'll save that one for last. I don't know. I want to save it for a special occasion. It's like a fine wine, you know. You want to open it only on special occasions. That went down the wrong pipe, sorry. A bit tired, but feeling really good. Good, I'm glad to hear it. Oh, doggy puke. Oh. I'm sorry. Your cat just puked? Oh my gosh, what is happening? My dogs haven't puked in a while. Our smaller one does occasionally, but it's been a hot minute. Which I'm grateful for. But it do happen. That can happen from time to time. Wait, did I do that? I did it wrong. Wait, what? Ah, this has to overlap. Boink. What are you up to today, Lars? What's on the agenda? I know you're already in your afternoon. Wait, what? This is also supposed to overlap? Wait, no, that's not supposed to overlap. Okay, I did do it wrong. Hold up a minute. This is all supposed to overlap down here. What kind of dogs do I have? So I have 2 dogs. One is a Schnauzer Poodle mix, or a Schnoodle, as you could call it. His name is Smokey. We have had Smokey since about our first year, I think, of being married. Maybe second year, maybe in our second year. So the boy is getting pretty old. But he's been an absolutely amazing dog. He's usually a pretty chill dog. I will admit, in his older age, he's gotten a little less chill, which is not what I expected. Kind of expected him to be more chill the older he got, but you know, he's been through a lot of changes, especially with the with Zeke coming around. You know, that's been a big change for him. But yeah, so we've had him for a while. He was already at least 1 when we got him, so he's got to be upwards of 13 now, I think. So he's getting pretty old. Wait, what am I doing? Stop that. Put this here. Okay. I think we did it. Okay, yeah, and then this piece goes right here. Okay. Yeah. And then our second dog is a little Chihuahua, not a full-blooded Chihuahua, some kind of mix. We don't really know. It might be a terrier, I think they said. And she was young when we got her, but maybe about a year old, maybe less. We've had her since... Man, we've had her for like 5 years now, I think. It's so weird. I don't think about that too much. It was like 2017 or 2018, I think. Or maybe 2016. So over 5 years. I don't know. Yeah, no, it would have been 2017 because we were in our old house back when we got her. And then we moved into this house in 2018. So yeah, 2017. Did some dog sitting for Josie. Got home a little bit ago and had some food. So on the agenda the rest of the day is to rest. That sounds awesome though. Older dogs always seem to do that in my experience. They get a little less chill. Yeah, he definitely gets a little more temperamental now. He doesn't hurt anybody. He's starting to have the old dog stuff, which I've dealt with before in the past. Our family had an old dog, or had a dog that was pretty much our dog my entire life, and got really, really pretty wild towards the end. But a good dog typically, and I know that's how it'll be with Smokey. We probably still have a couple more years though, you know. Doesn't seem to have anything too overly concerning right now. He has some back problems. He's had a back problem a couple of times, and the vet told us that like as he gets older, it's probably going to happen more. Where he'll just have more and more problems like that. He slips like something in his back, and for a couple of days he doesn't move around very much, and then he bounces back. So not bad. Get him on some like muscle relaxant or something, and that usually helps. More so when other dogs live with him, yeah. Show dominance in case the younger challenges him. So he's pretty used to Biddy now. But the dominance thing, I think he's doing with Zeke, because if we leave his door open, he will go into Zeke's room and pee on like everything. So it's definitely like a dominance thing. So we have to like be careful to keep his door shut so a dog doesn't go in there and just pee on everything. And it isn't because he doesn't go outside. He goes outside a lot, but he just wants to mark his territory in there for some reason. So I think there's some of that. It's pretty interesting to watch that dynamic. But generally, he is fine with Zeke. Like, he hasn't done anything. He also doesn't really have the teeth to bite that hard anymore. So I'm not really worried about that. But he doesn't even nip at him. I just saw the news item a few days ago that said the world's oldest dog died at 31. Holy crap. What kind of dog was that? That is a long time for a dog. That's like double the age of like some of the older dogs. To have a dog that lives to be 15 is pretty wild. A caramel brown. I don't guess I'm aware of that one. That dog lived long enough to have a receding hairline. Hey. You're right. Yeah, it starts happening in your 30s. You know, there's nothing you can do about it. Sometimes. All right, flipping that over and going here. This one skips one and goes here. Okay, so far so good. And then on the other side, we continue. These are the little pins that are going to hold it all in place. There we go. And then we skip. Right there. There we go. All right. Bobby was a purebred Refario do Altinjo. I don't know that one. A breed of livestock guardian dog, according to his owner. Interesting. To be honest, looked like a mutt to me. Mutts can live a long time. Didn't even look that old if you looked at his photo. I do wonder, like, yeah, there are some dogs that, like, look older. Just waiting for that 40 midlife crisis. It's coming. It's coming. I'm trying to head it off at the pass. It was almost 31 and a half. That is so old for a dog. I wonder what his life was like towards the end, though. Like, was it... I hope it was good. Because that good boy deserves a good life, you know. That's the one thing that I would hate to hear, is that he was just in excruciating pain for the last 5 years of his life. That would not be good. I would start to be suspicious. Like, let's say I grew up with that dog, right? I'm a kid, a baby even, and they bring home a new puppy, and I grow up with that dog, and I go off to college, and everyone talks about, like, yeah, my family dog just died, and you start thinking, you know, old Rover back home, he's getting pretty old. You go to high school, you go to college, you finish your college, you get married. You get married, maybe your wife is pregnant with your first kid, and you go back home for Thanksgiving with the parents, and your old dog limps in. And for a second you think, how's this dog still here? How's he still alive? I might think something's up with that dog. I might think that dog is magical. That sounds like a movie, right? And you just, like, ask your mom, like, how is this dog still here? I'm not saying I don't want this dog to be here, right? I'm just saying it doesn't make sense. And there might be something we need to take this dog into the scientists to figure this out. And they're just like, yeah, he's just built different. I mean, you'd have to suspect, right? Like, it'd be weird. It would be so weird to be like, how is that dog still holding on? And like 31 years later, like, man. I hope he had a good life. Sounds like he probably did. I think there's probably no way he could get it to that long without having, like, very good owners who really took really good care of him, you know. I'm saying him, could have been a her. I just say good boy, you know. Posted the article on Discord. I'll have to check that out. Let me get these pins in and then I'll check it out. The brown. And then the piece that keeps it in place. Nice. And one of these. Okay. I like it. Picasso. All right, the problem is, oh wait, I can actually go to Discord because I'm on my tablet. I can do whatever I want. Let's see. Yeah, I'm monitoring chat and everything through this, so I won't be able to pull it up. Bobby, the world's oldest dog ever, dies at 31. That is a good-looking dog, though. Bobby is a purebred Rafio do Allegento Portuguese dog. Poses for a photo on May 20th. So that was, yeah. The world is saying goodbye to a very good boy. Stop. Stop. So that's Guinness Book of World Records. Wow. 31 years and 165 days. Let's see. was nearly cut short. Bobby's ultimately long life was nearly cut short as a puppy. I can at least switch scenes for you. According to his owner, Lionel Costa, Bobby was part of a litter of 4 puppies born in 1992 that Costa's parents decided not to keep because the family already had enough animals. Unfortunately, at that time, it was considered normal by older people to bury the animals in a hole so that they would not survive. Sorry, what? By chance, when Costa's parents came for the puppies, they failed to take the brown and white Bobby, who was hidden in a wood pile. They did what, though? Are we just going to gloss over that? Costa and his brothers kept Bobby a secret from their parents until the dog was too old to be put down. Jeez, Bobby's longevity was due to several factors, Costa said, including the calm, peaceful environment of their home, of their puppy murdering home, in central Portugal's, don't know how to say that word, where Bobby had free roam of the surrounding countryside and spent time in the backyard with his feline friends. Bobby also exclusively ate human food that had been soaked in water to wash away any seasoning. So I thought they were going to be like, he was on a strict diet of Purina One Ultimate brand. In February, Guinness announced that Bobby was in fact the oldest living dog just 2 weeks after bestowing the honor to Spike, a 23-year-old Chihuahua mix. Oh, Lord, we have a Chihuahua mix. Oh, no. Hang on. Let me look at pictures of Spike. The oldest Chihuahua. Come on, load those pictures. Okay. That Chihuahua almost looks like our dog. Has a little bit more fur than, like, hair. But, yeah. Okay. Wow. Let me reload. Reload chat here. Hopefully I didn't miss anything. Check the last paragraph of that article. Did I stop too soon? Okay, hang on. Go back. So NPR asked Guinness who is now the oldest living dog after Bobby's death, but didn't immediately hear back. Bobby's advanced age also meant that he had become the oldest dog in recorded history, taking the mantle from the previous record holder, Bluey, an Australian cattle dog who died in 1939 after living 29 years and 5 months. Wow. Bluey, isn't that is that how they named the dog from the hit show Bluey? From the hit show Bluey? That was a legitimate thing in Europe. In Estonia, puppies and kittens were taken to sailor school. Whew. Is that so? They named Bluey after that dog, huh? That's so cute. That's so cute. That's cool. All right. On to the next engine. Oh, Lars, I want to ask your opinion on something. I haven't checked the Discord in a few minutes. So I don't know if you've seen it, or in a few hours rather. I'm thinking about changing up the pre-work coffee hour a little bit. One, I am kind of on the lookout for like a new game that might be good for us, but also like I kind of like the idea of changing that morning stream to a just chatting stream, but I'm a little worried. I'm a little worried that like some days will be great. I think there'll be a lot for us. Like there'll be a lot of interaction in chat. And then other days there might just not be because people have stuff to do. It's early. I get it. So like I'm trying to figure out what I could fall back on should like the chatting thing not work out. And I don't know if you had any thoughts on that. Yeah, you suggested Sims 4. Okay. Doing a demo or a game to just chill and chat to. I even kind of thought about doing RuneScape because that's fairly chill. I have loved playing Starfield, but the one thing I have noticed is just like, you know, it's dialogue heavy, it's story heavy, and I kind of want something at least for a palate cleanser for a while to be a little more like I could essentially stop playing it just to talk, you know. Yeah, Mrs. Nonder had a thing for The Sims for a while. I've actually never played it myself. What am I looking for here? Okay, this one. I've never actually played it, so I don't know. There we go. RuneScape, that is. I'm kind of thinking about it, just picking up my character where we left off, and just, you know, I've already got it installed. It would be an easy switch over, and kind of use that as like, in case the chatting just doesn't like hit that morning, being able to fall back on something, you know. I think it could be cool. Maybe. Honestly, RuneScape still has some of the best gameplay in Quest. I didn't hate it. I honestly thought, like, when Dutch approached me about it, I was like, ooh, I'll do it. Like, it'll be fine. Sorry, I forgot to go back to the Lego scene. I'll do it. It'll be fine. But I probably won't play it much after. And then I was playing, like, the tutorial, and I was like, this is kind of fun. It's kind of fun. This way. Okay. I almost got switched up on this one again, just like the other side. Yeah, so I don't know. There we go. Sims is a saw simulator for men, basically. Oh no. One of the things I do like, games I typically like, are ones that have some kind of creative element to it. So The Sims in that regard could also be interesting, because I like making stuff. And I think that adds a little interesting element to it that nobody else can replicate. It's not just me playing through a story-driven game, you know. It's kind of one of the reasons why I really liked Zelda. Tears of the Kingdom that we played on stream, that was so much fun. So much fun. Got a little glare on the instructions here, sorry. That was a lot of fun to me. That still remains like the longer series. I was thinking about it the other day. I'm like, I gotta be getting pretty deep into Starfield on the stream. And I'm only at like VOD 30 something. And Tears of the Kingdom had 69 episodes. So yeah, I think Tears of the Kingdom still takes that title. This year's game of the stream should be really interesting. Because as I'm thinking about it right now, like, I really feel like it's probably gonna be Tears of the Kingdom, but I don't know. I'll let you all decide that. I'm gonna try to really do it up this year. I phoned it in last year. Honestly, I was not in a good spot last year, but I'm in a much better spot this year. So maybe you start with a game, see what the turnout is, and chat as it goes. Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. Yeah, I think I just want to put more of an emphasis on like making something a little more structured, because I have an hour, right? I have an hour, and I just like, I want to have something a little more planned out, you know, different segments. I'd love to make a show one day, but I don't know if I'm there yet. Goes right there. There it is. Okay. Excellent. We're getting there. Starfield feels game of the year for the stream. Could be. So each year, I'm not sure if you remember, Ghost, we do a game of the stream, which isn't necessarily like what your top game of the year is, but what game we played on stream that is like your game of the stream. I think is going to be a toss-up. I've really enjoyed Starfield, but also like there was something about the Zelda days, guys, that just, man. I have a streamer friend who has what she calls the pause menu meta. Zelda was special. Yeah, it really was. It was the right game at the right time. For me, it was good. It was good. It had that creative element. There was an adventure to go on. There was a lot of exploration, which I loved. and it had that creative element of building things. That's a big contender for me, for sure. But it isn't just about what I decide, you know. It's a vote that I put up. I put it like a straw poll up, and people can decide what they think was their favorite. So it isn't about what I enjoyed more. It's kind of just like what the community decides. I had really wanted to do, like, each year, I had wanted to do a like a full-on YouTube video with like edited clips and like a whole bunch of really cool stuff and like a big awards show type video. And I did that the first year and it turned out pretty well. And then last year though, guys, like, was just my dark era. I probably didn't let on as much as you'd think, but like I struggled, especially around the end of the year last year. 2022 holiday season, that's when I almost quit streaming entirely. And not because streaming was a problem, but because everything else was a problem. And it was mostly work related, and those things are feeling better. We also had a 3-year-old, so, you know, at the time, and things are getting a lot better. So I think it'll be, I'll try to go all out this year, hopefully. Who opened my door over there? That's weird. Okay. Does it go? No, it doesn't go all the way up. It stays back down here. Okay. Get some water. Sometimes a game takes a step back for the chat. Yeah, that's how I think it should be. And that's kind of why I wanted a game like that. That's a little less attention heavy, to where we can kind of let things happen in chat. At least that's my intention anyway. Wait, how does that work? Oh. This little thing right here. And then we're building the other little, I guess it's a blaster. What's that? Ah, he scared me again.
I was gonna build those guys.
You were gonna build those guys? Here, do you want to build them real quick?
Oh, okay.
Here you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Go ahead and build them real quick for me.
Stickers.
Yes, they're stickers. I know.
What?
Huh?
For what?
For what? For this Lego ship that I'm building?
Oh,
Look at it.
cool.
You like it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's for kids.
Is it for kids? No, it's for Daddy.
Why?
I'll let you look at it, though.
Oh, okay.
Okay. It's probably going to go on the shelf, you know?
Hi.
Because that's where all the cool stuff goes, you know?
I can look at it if we want.
Yeah, you can totally look at it.
Where's the blaster?
What blaster? This one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that blaster. Oh, Biddy. There's Biddy down there going. Hey, girl. Hey, girl. You okay? Oh, and Smokey's under there, too. How'd you sleep?
Good.
Good? Good. What are you doing today?
What is this blaster?
Hmm? Do you need help with the blaster?
I don't have to.
Could you hear it? Could you hear Biddy?
Yeah.
You could hear?
This guy ran over there and hurry and ran.
Oh, yeah? Here, I'm going to switch back to this.
Hey, but the blaster fell off my hand. It is too small to put on.
Do you want me to do it? Do you want me to do it? Yeah, you'll get better at it. Just take some practice here. Let me see him.
Here's his helmet.
Yep. Also, wait, actually, that one is actually pretty hard. Touche. Put his helmet on. Rah.
There you go.
Got it. Ooh, you're gonna make muffins?
How'd you say it like that?
Okay. Put them right here. Like that?
Yeah.
Okay. Go make some muffins with Mama, okay? Love ya. Can you shut the door for me?
Oh. Okay.
Wait, how does that work?
I'll go with the real crap. Daddy.
Okay. That's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
Okay. That's the deal. Wait, how did I do this? Oh, because I already did that part. That's why. That's why that fit there. Okay, sorry. Yeah, hello. That's the kid. He loves, his favorite thing right now is to come in and scare me from behind. He was back there for a long time. He was back there quite a while. All right, and then we'll take this piece, throw that in there. And then another one along with this little lightsaber hilt. Reminds me of the Craggle in the Lego basement. I've had that observation about me. The only difference is I would never glue my Lego. That's pretty much the only difference though. You know. God, that looks so cool. Look at that. Come on. That is so cool, isn't it? Look at those angles. I'm just a sucker for a good angle. What is that? What is it about angles? You know? I don't know. I don't know what it is, but I love a good angle. Imagine you go back to stream, you just see his face behind you. One of these days, he's definitely going to be like able to do that. Seems like a lot of leftover pieces still. We're going to go with it. Let me make sure I didn't miss a step here. No. Okay. All right. And now number 6, which is a smaller one, but the final one for this particular build. And I have something interesting to point out here, okay? So, I think if we do, let me try to remember the command here. B3, B0. You all know Bebo. Does that command work? That's not the right command. Hold on. It might just be Bebo. Shoot, what is that command? Hold on. Oh, actually, I think that might have been on the old chat. I don't think I have it anymore. Rats. I don't have it anymore. Anyway, I used to have this command that if you said Bebo, he would kind of tell you a little bit about himself. But basically, Bebo. Hey. Hang on, sorry. Sorry about that. Basically, Bebo is an astromech droid. Yeah, somebody must be walking by our house. And his color pattern is blue and gold. So when I saw this set, I realized that this is Bebo. See? That's him. So I think this will be our official Bebo mascot. Whoa. It's a blue and yellow color scheme, which is exactly what Bebo is. So if that command was working, he did say, like, you know, he's an astromech, a blue astromech with gold accents. He's not quite as crazy as Chopper, but I have tinkered with him a couple of times and broken him sometimes. He looks like a minion in the Star Wars universe. That's a good way to put it. But yeah, so as soon as I saw the set, I was like, wait a minute. That is Beebo. That's him right there. B3B0. Our own little droid mascot. Speaking of droid mascots too, I do still have that Lego Mindstorm set too that I'd like to dig back into as soon as I get this backlog tackled until there's another backlog. I'd like to dig back into that one day because I would love to make a little robot that could be controlled via like Twitch bits or something and like have him in the background. I think that could be really cool. But that'll take a lot of time and programming skill that I don't currently have to learn. But, you know, I at least want to play with it, you know. It's been something I've wanted to do for a while. All right, looks like these are going right here. There we go. What kind of dogs? So I got a Schnauzer Poodle mix and a Chihuahua, we think Terrier mix. We're not exactly sure on that one. Two little, they're both small dogs. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. All right, there's that. Yeah, I definitely need to work on the lighting a little bit. I want you to be able to see the Lego collection behind a little bit better than you are. I think I might have to like turn the ceiling light on, but I'll continue to work on it. We'll get better and better. I've already made some observations from this morning that I'm gonna change for next week's stream. Just make one of these. I'm gonna make this 2 times. Sorry, I hit the mic. A lighter colored LED setting maybe on myself or on the background. So the problem is, I don't know if you can see it. First off, the light behind the Falcon is the green lightsaber light. This is a blue lightsaber. And then, yeah, this lighting strip obviously is being obfuscated a little bit because these are the backlog sets right here. Tickle, tickle, tickle. But yeah, it definitely needs more light back there. And then this is my work laptop. It's kind of reflecting more light than I thought it would. Yeah. Yeah, I think maybe even just turning the ceiling light on might help. I might even try that right now. Hang on. No free looks. Let me try the ceiling light real quick. Ow. Okay, ceiling light. Yeah, look at that. Look at that difference. It's just too dark in here, I think. My fan is on, so you do see it in like some of the reflective surfaces, but the fan being on kind of feels nice too. Yeah, maybe that's the way to go, right? Those shelves have always needed better lighting, but yeah. Okay. We're making 2 of these. I think we're working on the landing gears now. This is one of the parts that I love, that these little steps that you took earlier in the build, probably much earlier in the build, will now kind of start to make sense. And you'll be like, oh, that's why. That's why that's set up that way. Sorry, I keep forgetting to switch over. But yeah, I think that my goal is going to be to find the cheapest laptop that I can that will run the stream at a decent quality and just move everything over for the Lego streams, like move everything over to that so that it can be completely separate from this setup. LED lights behind which color could be changed. So the strip down here can be changed through the app. These ones are actually lightsaber lamps, so those are a little less. You can't change those. They're blue and green. I hid that one behind the Falcon because I thought it would make the Falcon pop a little bit more, but it kind of doesn't. I mean, it does a little bit. But yeah, I could change that bar on the bottom to something else. I'm not sure what. A little light for every shelf, that could work. There are these things that that Ashley's told me about that are like little light bars that are rechargeable, so they're wireless, because that would be really nice not to have to run wires all the way up and down the shelves. That'd be very nice. Clip-on spotlight for the top shelf. Yeah. Cream color works best. Maybe some warm color. You think some warmer color would be good? Let me not dox my phone here. Again. Let's see. So this is one of the things why I'm glad I have my phone, though, to be able to do, is things like the light I can control a lot quicker. Although I could load those on the iPad, always. Okay, so let's do the display light. There's Mrs. Nonder. She wants them for the pantry, and I'm thinking about using them for the Lego stream. But yeah, we do need some lights in the pantry. You're not wrong. So let's see. So something warmer, huh? Like, back to this screen. Maybe something. Please select a light segment. Select all, please. That's kind of red for the Sith. It's supposed to be orange. We could go. I could just do white and then go warmer with it. I don't know. I'll play around with that till it's like orange. That works for now. In my old kitchen, I had spotlights for the kitchen counter plus the oven, like from the ceiling. Yeah, we just have like a pantry back further that we were gonna have them do like the full-on like cabinet lighting, but then it ended up getting like really expensive. So we're like, you know what? We could do without those for right now. Oh yeah, these are definitely gonna be landing gears. Whoop. They'll fold up like that, I suppose. That's nice. I had black kitchen counter. I had black kitchen, but counter was whitish. I bet that like lit up, putting a spotlight on it. Okay. Making a little box, which is interesting way to use these little side tiles. Look at that. It's got studs on each side. Yeah, I miss the ability of being able to do the zoom. Like I would pinch to zoom in. Okay. Whoop. Mrs. Nonder, link those lights again. I'll get you some for your pantry before I get any for myself, okay? That's only fair, you know? Cuz I'm not even sure they'll work for what I need it for anyway, but or a good Christmas present. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Waiting for her to hear that out there and be like, hey. Okay, that's just gonna be, that's the little foot. Like that. Look at that. Gotta push it in until it clicks. That's nice, okay. And then the front landing gear. And this piece, you know, a good landing gear is really hard to make because they really get in the way. I'm talking Lego wise. They really get in the way. I take them for Christmas because I can't think of anything else. Yeah, we're in a weird spot for Christmas this year, huh? I don't know. There isn't really anything. Well, there is one thing that I want, but outside of that, you know, there isn't really anything else I'll make some kind of list. Maybe there's some sets I missed out on in the prior years, but I don't know. Once you miss out on them, they're kind of done, you know? All right, now we're swapping it over. There's the landing gears. See if they work. They do. Nice. At least that's a good way to display it. How are they going to fold up, though? Let's see. So, yeah, like this one will fold like that, but look at how it sticks out. And then those will fold up. Those ones aren't too bad for the shape. Still very swooshable, you know? This is just the one I'm not too thrilled of. I'm not too thrilled with how that folds, but all right, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Can't wait to see my teenager's Prezi list. What I wonder what does a teenager ask for nowadays? I'm not a teenager. I haven't been one in a very long time. But I remember like asking for, I think I got my first phone. I put this upside down. I think I got my first cell phone for a Christmas present. That was a pretty cool. Lego, ask for Lego. Always ask for Lego. That's just a good rule of thumb. That's just a good investment in your future. Much expensive things like probably laptops, iPhones, Quest 3 VRs, you know, stuff I would never ask for. New iPhone, AirPods. Yeah. Kiddo has a decent laptop and a PC too. Okay. AirPods are great though. I gotta say, I have been fully converted to the Apple ecosystem, and once you're in it, it's really nice in here. I used to be an Android fanatic. I still like respect Android for what it did, but like the way that everything like works together, especially with the rest of the family who also has iPhones, the way everything works together, the way that like, more stickers, the way that it, I don't know, it's just something about the whole way that everything just kind of flows together and is like really easy when you use specifically Apple stuff. They're just really expensive, you know? Goes right up to that part. It's a cute little nose. Makeup, hair products, clothes. Yeah. They still ask for clothes, huh? My husband is an Apple user. Kiddo has an iPhone. I just don't want to change from Samsung and Android. I understand once you're in it, like, you know, it's hard. But I had a good opportunity to kind of like get out when I did. And the thing is like what I liked about Google is that everything outside of apps, right? Everything that I purchased, like movies, TV shows, all of that, I could still access on an iPhone. So I didn't feel like I was like stuck in that ecosystem, you know? Because I don't really buy apps that much. There isn't really any app that really does anything that I would consider worth my money. Other than like subscription stuff, right? But I mean like something that can't be transferred over to to another phone, you know. And then I'm careful with, you know, if I take pictures, I make sure that I have it automatically backed up to Google Photos so that if I ever did go back to Android, there isn't stuff I would lose. But at this point, I don't think I'll be going back. As much as I really enjoy some of the more experimental stuff about Android, the way that iPhone just kind of works really well. And the ecosystem's pretty great, but I'm not here to talk anybody into it. I understand why people do Android. I did it for a long time. As Zeke would say, a long time. Long. Those aren't super sturdy. They wiggle a little bit. Okay. I feel like a nap is coming on. That sounds like a great way to spend a day. It's raining over here, so I feel like it's going to be one of those days, you know. It's a good thing that there's different systems, so something for everyone. Absolutely, and competition is good. Generally. You wouldn't want Apple to have the only ecosystem, you know. And there's some very legitimate reasons why some people don't want to use Apple. And I was among them for a very long time. Then I gave it a chance, and I'm so deep in now, I can't get out. But it is good. It just works so much better. And I was an early Android adopter too. I had the very first Android smartphone, the T-Mobile G1. The very first Android smartphone from Google. And I loved it. It had that slide out keyboard. And I had almost every major iteration of Android. Went through Samsung. Actually, Samsung was kind of my least favorite. Sorry. By the end, I preferred vanilla Android. So I was a Pixel guy for a long time, leading up to the end. And if I did go back to Android, I would definitely be going back to Pixel. I don't think I'd be going Samsung. Nothing wrong with it. I just didn't like it. I had iPod 8 gigabyte. That's the only Apple thing I've ever had. That first iPod video, I did have that. And I loved that thing so much. I still have like this part of me that still kind of wants an iPod, even though it makes absolutely no sense. But like that iPod video, I was working my first job at the time, and that was one of the first things that I ended up buying. And I loved it. It broke down after a while because it was an actual hard drive, a spinning hard drive. I need to go to Walmart today. It's going to get cold this week, so I need cozy pajamas, specifically the Grinch pants pajamas. Okay, we can do that. Is that it? Is that everything? Yeah, I guess all the other stickers are for Shin Hotties. Little Shin Hottie over there. Shin Hottie. Okay, that's it for this one. Look at this. I gotta say, I love the angles on this thing. I really do. Let's fold up we should ask Zeke what this looks like. I think there's a specific ship that he thinks this would look like. Zeke, what kind of ship does this look like? It's very swooshable. Yeah, it's really nice. I really hope we get to see the E-Wing in more places. Yeah. What? You can see it on the phone, okay? I didn't close it, bud. Mommy closed it. Look, what does that look like?
Is it X-Wing?
It's actually called an E-Wing. Isn't that cool? Here, let's put the guys in it. Hang on. It's called an E-Wing.
Yeah.
Because it looks like an E from the side. So here, we pop this open. Let's take his blaster off. We need a compilation of you saying angles when building a set. Hey, I'm a sucker for a good angle. What can I say? Muffins are done. And then the droid. goes in here, and he can turn his head. Here, turn his head a little bit. Okay, muffins are done. You gonna go eat some muffins? You can look at it later, okay? Isn't that cool?
I don't have streaming.
Yep, I'm probably gonna wrap it up here, and I'll come out in a few minutes, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Close the door for me.
You have to be with crap, Mommy.
You have to leave it quacked, Mommy. It's okay. I'll be done in a few minutes. All right. We also got a Morgan Elsbeth figure, which I didn't think. I think we'll have most of the cast, most of the main cast after building all these sets. I didn't really think I'd have a Morgan Elsbeth, but this one comes with Shin Hati and Balin Skull, so that should be a nice addition. I have to make like a little Ahsoka tribute. I'm gonna try my best for people like Clumsy who haven't seen the show yet, not to spoil anything while I'm building these things. But I'm looking forward to that one. So we got through half of it. You have more than one of these? Okay, so like this particular set was a combo set. It came with the E-Wing plus Shin Hati Starfighter. So it was like a 2-for-1. So this is technically one set, 75364. But I mean, it took me almost 3 hours just to build the one. So, and then, yeah, so then I guess I could show you. Hang on. Let me show you real quick what the backlog looks like. 1 second. BRB. No free looks. Where can I put these? Okay. Here we go. I'm just gonna hold them in my lap, okay? All right, so here's the backlog. Okay? Here's the Emperor's Throne Room. This wasn't from Ahsoka, but this is one of the dioramas that I didn't get yet. So we got that. You didn't get a Marines ad this time? There's Zeke with Saturn. Also, this one I thought was adorable. These are more of the brickheads, which I do have up on that shelf back there, from Return of the Jedi. The R2-D2 one and the Ewok especially are adorable. And then yeah, here's Ahsoka's ship. So that's got Ahsoka. I'm trying to get it to focus. Focus, dang it. Focus. But we have Ahsoka, Sabine, the droid. Why am I forgetting his name? Professor Huyang and Merrick. Which, no spoilers about Merrick there, but you know, if you know, you know. Yeah, the R2 one on that one is like really cute. And then the piece de resistance, the chef's kiss. It's the ghost. It's from Rebels. It's the ghost. Technically, this one's from Ahsoka, but that's the one spoiler is, yes, the ghost does show up in Ahsoka. But we kind of knew that from the promo marketing. But there's the ghost. I think I'm saving this one for last. I'm very excited about this one. I have wanted the ghost for a while, but I missed out on the first initial run. I'm very sad about that, but you know, it is what it is. I think this one arguably is better too. The second iteration of them are usually better than like the first. Like, I don't know if you all remember the very first Millennium Falcon that they came out with was kind of atrocious. But the like the second, third, fourth, they did a lot of Millennium Falcons. Those iterations ended up being like pretty good. Okay. Boopity beep. What's your favorite Star Wars ship? That's a toss-up, man. The Razor Crest is pretty great. I really like the Razor Crest. It makes me so sad. But this one is also really cool. Oops, I zoomed. Gotta admit, this one is really nice. It's got those angles. Look at that. It's great. I love it. All right. Millennium Falcon's a good one too. I mean, it's so hard to choose one favorite. I would say the Razor Crest is more of a recent favorite since that's a relatively new show in comparison. But like, it's kind of like the Millennium Falcon's always been a favorite, but because it's always there, you kind of take it for granted sometimes. I do. I do love it, but it's kind of like, of course it's a Millennium Falcon. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I've been live too long, so I'm going to go. Thank you all for being here. What do we got? I could try to raid somebody if we have somebody in mind. Who might be live right now? Let me see. If nobody pops up. Joe is playing Dead by Daylight. Oh, Maca Builds is on. What is he building? Let's see. Let's wait through the ad and see. Yeah, I still build occasionally. Himej Castle Architects 21060. Interesting. I wonder what that's about. I hope you have a great rest of the day as well. I'll throw you over to Maca Builds if you guys want to watch some more Lego. I want to see. I'm trying to get through the ad. Oh, looks like he might be actually playing a different game right now. But that's fine. We'll still throw you over there. I want to raid as many people as we can here. Ready. Okay. Thank you all so much for being here. I will see you probably Monday morning for pre-work coffee hour. Maybe a little bit different if you all want to be around for that. And then otherwise next Saturday we should be doing we'll do the second part of the set and we'll finish that probably pretty quickly. That's only 4 bags, so that one probably won't take as long as this one. But yeah, I hope you have a wonderful day and I will see you all next time. All right, I'm going to hit you with the raid. Maca Builds. There we go. Okay. All right. Did I spell it right? I think I did. There we go. We got it. All right. Have a wonderful day. See you next time.